This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is a violation of the law.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to TT Cranny Field for Grinnell Tiger football. Hi, I'm Chris Judy alongside Dan Walker and Lori Walker. Glad to have you with us as an old, long-time rivalry is renewed. As the Grinnell Tigers welcome the Pella Dutch here to TT Cranny Field for a battle of second place in Class 4A, District 4. Let's take a moment to salute our sponsors that help us keep these broadcasts on the air. They include Polly's Pizza, Mayflower Community, Grinnell Mutual, Mahaska Communication Group, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Real Estate, Proline Building Company, Dairy Barn, Weldon Drywall, Prairie Lakes Church, Latitude Signage and Design, Wagon Wheels West, S&S Electric, Grinnell State Bank, Family Dentistry, Grinnell Booster Club, and Unity Point Health, Grinnell Regional Medical Center. Our specialty sponsors for the quarters is Brett Nichols State Farm Insurance, Scoreboard is Kurtz Collision Center, First Downs is Edward Jones, Paula Mark Copeland, as well as Timeouts, Edward Jones, Paula Mark Copeland, your registered representatives. Our instant replay is Clarity Eye Care. Red Zone is Polly's Pizza, and the game day football brought to us by Quick Visit Urgent Care on Highway 146 South. Then, of course, in addition to all those, you see our business card sponsors there in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, and they, in addition to all those other sponsors, they also include Grinnell Firestone, Mindy Hall's Exit Realty, KGRN, Cornell Photography, plus our Strand 3 Theater specialty sponsor, and Grinnell Firestone, all big sponsors of the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network, and allow us to do what we do, and that's bringing you Tiger football. Well, as we said, this is the battle for second place in the district, the automatic qualifier. Winner of this game will get second place in Class 4A District 4, and they will get the automatic bid to the playoffs. The loser would be an at-large. But if you look at the RPI, which is what they do, and I'll go into that here in a minute, but I tell you what, we'll take a break, listen to some of those sponsors, and then we'll come back. We'll talk about the RPI and the playoffs as best I can, and we'll cover all that when we come back. You are watching Grinnell Tiger football on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
It's more than just a game, it's a tradition, a community. Every Friday night tradition deserves a homemade favorite, Polly's Pizza. Stop in on 5th Ave in downtown Grinnell or order online at pollysgrinnellia.com. Go Tigers!
When change and uncertainty define the times, it's good to anchor to your roots, to honor and nurture them, to remember how it all started, and let that help build the future. Because we know a strong future is built on a solid past, and that past promises mean future follow-through. You can trust us to protect what you grow, build, own, and value. Trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual.
At Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, we know that the Tigers have a game plan every time they take the field or court. And at Ramsey Weeks, we have a plan for you too. Check out our website at ramseyweeks.com to get started. You can find all your insurance needs from residential to commercial, and if it is real estate you are looking for, you are one click away in the top menu. Here you can browse our residential and commercial listings. Don't forget, let Ramsey Weeks create a game plan for your new insurance or real estate purchase. Go Tigers! Now is the perfect time to start your new shop house or post-frame building construction project. Lumber prices are dropping to historic lows, and Proline Building Company is excited to pass those savings directly to our customers. We are offering special discounts on all new projects. Our construction calendar has immediate openings, so you can take advantage of today's low material cost without delay. Ready to get started? Visit us at www.iowadreambuilder.com, and let's get started today. Your local drywall professional serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
This is a story about science. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy. Or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
All right, we come back here, and you caught the tail of the national anthem here, high school football on the Tiger Sports live stream network. And now to the playoff scenario, and I could sit here for the next 2 hours, not even cover the game, and still try to explain the playoffs to you. Just normally how the union does it, they look at the RPI, which is ratings percentage index, and what they look at is winning percentage, your own winning percentage, which is weighted 37.5%. Then they go your opponent's composite winning percentage, or OWP, which is weighted 37.5%. And then they do your opponent's composite winning percentage, or OOWP, weighted 25%. So there you go. That's how they do it. But Dan Walker, to make it simple tonight, Tigers need to get to the playoffs. Tigers have to win this game. Pella can afford to lose this one. They'll still be in as they're ranked number 5 in the RPIs that came out this week. Grinnell is ranked number 20. They take the top 24. Of course, the 16, 8 districts. The top 2 get in, that's 16. And the next 8 are at large, which you won't find out about that till tomorrow morning.
Right, and there's going to be plenty above that win or lose or fall behind, and it just turns into a big pile of garbage is what it is. And I think the best scenario is what you already discussed. Win, you're in, lose, and really you might as well just go to sleep and not even think about what's going to happen in the morning.
So the postseason schedule, the first round playoffs would start then a week from tonight, October 31st, for Class 4A, which is what Grinnell is a part of. So we're all done with that playoff scenario stuff. There's 3.5 pages on the boys' website. If you want to look it up, go to the Iowa Boys Athletic Union, click on the football, and you can read your heart's content about all the scenarios. It's the whole thing is about 15 pages long, and I'm not exaggerating. It's a lot. So just know this: Grinnell has to win to get in for sure. Pella Dutch come in. They are ranked number 6 in the state. They are coached by Ben Baller. They are 3-1 in the district, like Grinnell, but they are 7-1 overall. They only lost to Newton. He came a couple of weeks ago down at Pella when Newton got him. They are led by their quarterback, Michael Manning. He's 6 foot, 175-pound senior. He has completed 98 passes and 147 attempts for 1,096 yards and 14 touchdowns. One of their big rushers they look to is Kyler Van Manen. He's a 6'3", 220-pound fullback. He's a big rusher for him. Also, favorite targets are for the quarterback Michael Manning are Harrison Mullins with 22 catches for 278 yards and 5 touchdowns, and Logan Vandenbroek. He's 6'5", 185, 18 catches for 274 yards and 5 touchdowns. The main rusher for the Dutch, however, is Emmanuel Deers. He's a 5'9", 180-pound running back, 154 carries for 964 yards, 8 touchdowns. And, oh, yeah, by the way, he also has 27 catches for 319 yards and 5 touchdowns. So very versatile back out of the backfield. A lot for the Tigers to watch out, Dan. And, again, just like Newton, a lot of great athletes at Pella skill positions, like they always seem to have.
Yeah, and it is. And, it's going to be interesting to see the game because just coming off that Newton loss with Grinnell and seeing the challenges that Grinnell had with that jet sweep and the multiple options coming off the right and left side and even up to center, that knowing that Newton played a tough game with Pella, and Newton come out on the top side, but still is close. So I think the opportunity for Grinnell is I hope they watched a lot of tape, which Coach Haydenfield does. They study tape like crazy to go between the two different games and see what the differences were and how Pella played them tough on certain places, and see if they could go back the other way and see where Newton capitalized, because I think that Newton's running game was still pretty strong on that jet sweep and on around the end, that you get around the edge with those Newton guys, they're pretty fast. And as we talked about before the game started, Chris, that Newton, has 2 or 3 of those kids that are on the 4x1, 4x2 team that won at state on the track. So they definitely had the speed. But Pella and And Grinnell also had teams that went 4x1, 4x2 to state also, so we can't take that away from that we don't have the speed also. So it'll be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it's great to renew a rivalry. This goes back to the days in the 90s and 2000s when, of course, Jim Dunn was coaching the sidelines and Pella legend Norris Hale was stomping around the Pella sidelines. Some great ball games between these two schools over the years. And, of course, all that ended a couple years ago when Grinnell went to the WAMAC. But it's good to see. We've had, like I said, our little Hawkeye Conference reunion. We've had Oskaloosa, we've had Newton and Pella come back here and play them, so that's kind of fun to see. And as there usually is between Grinnell and Pella, a lot riding on the game tonight. As, again, the winner, if Grinnell wins this game, they're in the playoffs. If Pella loses, they're probably still going to be in either way. But just a lot riding on it, so looking forward to it. On a beautiful night for football. Game time temperature is a little on the chilly side. It's about 50 degrees. Going to be probably down in the low 40s before we're all said and done. Not much wind. What wind there is blowing left to right across your screen. We're just waiting out for the Tiger players to come out of here, and we'll have our kid captains we're going to introduce here in just a moment as well.
One thing, Chris, it is always nice to say that we have the last win.
Yes.
Against Pella, and a 6-0 playoff win at Pella. That was a hard-fought game, and most Pella fans could say there's controversy in the end, but, that was a long, hard-fought win for Grinnell down there to come out 6-0 champion of that, or victors of that game, then went on to play Xavier at Xavier for the next round would be the third round. So pretty tough football back then, and I think for coach-wise, Brian Sauser has his one Pella win. Steve Kriegel may have had one, but then Jim Dunn was the holder of all the rest of the Pella wins. So when you're talking about 23 meetings, I think is what they said, 23 or 22 meetings, that's a pretty slim on your victory, but still Grinnell did walk away with some wins on that competition.
It always seems like it when these two teams play, there's a lot on the line, and certainly tonight that is the case. More so for Grinnell than for Pella. Still waiting for the Tigers to make their entrance here. They're forming up in the tunnel. They're going to be coming out here momentarily. We'll have our kid captains, and then we'll be set for some We'll probably take another break or so, and then we'll be set for some high school football as the Tigers and the Dutch teeing up once again here at TT Crandall Field. It's just good to see. So here they come now, the kid captains for tonight's game. As the Tigers come out on the field, you see Jackson Smith wearing number 26 and Dawson Plate wearing number 2. Both boys are in third grade. They played flag football through the Grinnell Parks and Rec Department. So once again, our kid captains for tonight, Jackson Smith, number 26, Dawson Plate, number 2. Both boys in third grade and both played flag football through the Grinnell Parks and Rec office. Grinnell Tigers, of course, come in. They are 3-1 in the district overall, as well as Pella, but they are 4-4 overall. They lost to Newton last Friday. They're led by quarterback junior Eddie Harsheim. He's 55 completions for 99 attempts, 634 yards. Has 4 touchdowns. Also, he has 20 carries for 86 yards. Tigers' number 1 rusher, though, is junior Josh Ringler. Went over 1,000 yards last week at Newton. Big Josh, 6 foot, 200-pound junior, has 156 carries for 1,069 yards and 11 touchdowns. He's also the leading tackler on defense. Leads the Tigers with 59 tackles. Harsheim's favorite target is senior wide receiver Kellen Harder, 5'11", 155. Kellen has 16 catches for 269 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also another rusher in the attack that figures in Benny Caponzu, a junior, 5'10", 165. Benny has 54 carries for 279 yards and 3 touchdowns coming in. So that is the stats and how they go. And I know stats can tell a lot, but you still got to play the game. And, you would think on paper Pella is to be the better team, but Tigers know what they're up against. They to have any shot at postseason, they have to win. And here's a coin toss coming up. We're getting that, and it looks like Grinnell has won the toss. They deferred, so Pella will start with the football. All right, we'll take this 1 minute break. 1 minute break. We'll come back for the kickoff. As we say, you're watching high school football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Back in 1 minute.
Mayflower Community is currently hiring nursing staff. If you are passionate about healthcare and the well-being of older adults, Mayflower Community wants you. Employees enjoy a daily meal, coffee cappuccino and lotus drinks, fitness center, and a family-oriented work culture that is flexible with your needs. You will find competitive pay and benefits. Mayflower Community, a place to call home and a great place to work. For more information, visit our website at mayflowerhomes.com or call 641-236-6151.
The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy.
All right, back here at TT Crane Field, getting set for the kickoff. Our first quarter brought to us by Brent Nichols, State Farm Insurance, alongside Dan Walker, Lloyd Walker. I'm Chris Junior. Glad to have you with us. Week number 9 of the high school football season, and here we go. Tyler Kostow kicks the ball off, taken by Pella at the 15. Coming here to the near side, has blockers out in front. He gets a cutback, still on the loose, getting out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Nice return that time. On that return, number 28 for Pella, and that is Tyson Roos. Gets a good field position for the Dutch. 1st and 10 at the Tiger 30 or their own 37.
Number 4, Camden Harms in there on the tackle.
So 1st and 10 for the Pella Dutch. They are known as the Dutch now, not the Little Dutch from the old Little Hawkeye Conference days. They are just known as the Pella Dutch. And their quarterback, again, Michael Manning, number 3. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Single back in the backfield. Manning takes a shotgun snap, turns, gives the ball off to his tailback. Tried to get up the middle, not much there. That was Emmanuel Deers. He is stuffed and stopped up. Kostow was in there, also Jack Gallagher in there. Maybe gets a yard out to the 38. Good penetration, good flow to the ball that time.
Yeah, the defensive line really did their job, stood up. Costeau stood his offensive lineman up and let the linebacker slide and pull off. So good job stocking that hole up.
The Dutch not afraid to put the ball in the air. Their quarterback throws a very, very fine ball. So we'll see if that comes into play here. 2nd down and 9 just underway here. No score between Grinnell and Pella, as you see on our Chris Collision Center scoreboard. Manning brings them out of the huddle. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Dual backs in the backfield by Manning on either side of him. 2nd and 9 for the Dutch. Manning takes a snap, gives the ball off on the right side, and it's plugged up, and he plows forward, gets out to about the 39-yard line.
Yeah,
so he was met right at the line of scrimmage.
Jacob Burnett, Jacob Burnett stood up his man and played right off the tackle. So good job stopped on that side for Burnett.
So nice play that time by the Tiger defense. 3rd down and 8 here, coming for the Dutch. Again, Pella's in the playoffs no matter what, and Grinnell to get in for sure, they need to win tonight. Now, I've heard some stories circulating that Grinnell can still lose this and get in if a bunch of other things happen, but as Coach Haydenfeld said last week, we wanted to have it in our hands. It's in our hands whether we're in. If we win tonight, we're in. We know that, and that's the goal. 3rd and 8, big play of the game. Manning takes a snap, back to pass, looking, throws the ball out there, has a receiver out there, and almost picked off. Little miscommunication there. Looked like his receiver, the big guy, 6'5", he turned towards the middle and the pass was to the outside.
It looked like he started to run a flag instead of run the whole sideline. Brooks Vosper, good job. It's nice to see Brooks back. Last couple of games been a little bit slow after the Oski game, but nice to see Brooks back in there.
So punt formation out for the Dutch. Number 16, Damian Wilson back to punt. You've got Harms back there to punt, or to receive the punt. The ball is taken by Grinnell, and he's tackled immediately at the 35-yard line. That was, I believe that was Keegan Hobbs here. Let me see. Got my sheets mixed up here a bit. There we go, yeah. Keegan Hobbs had the ball. Gets a 1-yard return out to the 35, so it'll be 1st and 10 Grinnell at their own 35-yard line. Harsheim brings him out. 2 receivers left, 3 receivers to the right. Empty backfield behind Harsheim. 1st and 10 Grinnell. Dutch in a 3-man front. Now guys come in tight. Here comes Ringer back in. Ends up by Harsheim. Shotgun snap. Ball's low. Bobbled a bit. Harsheim has to keep it himself, and he breaks through the first contact. Out across the 40 to about the 41. So nice job on the busted play there. Good tackle. That time by number 11, Gage Branderhorst. Harsheim got past that initial flow there and picked up a quick 5 yards, 6 yards actually. So 2nd down and 4 now for the Tigers. Low snap there. It could have been disastrous, but turns into a positive play. 2nd and 4 now for Grinnell. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Single back in the backfield by Harsheimer's Ringler. Hobbs comes in motion to the near side. Back to pass. Harsheim throws it up, and it was almost picked off. Trying to get it out there to Van Compernol.
Yeah, Deers was coming right up from that corner side. Fast on the ball, so Grinnell's lucky there that didn't get picked off and taken right down the sideline.
But check that. Pass was intended for Brooks Vosberg. Yeah, Deers made a break on it, just couldn't quite corral it. So incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 4 for Grinnell. Now Camden Harms comes in. He brings the play in. And now they give Josh Ringer a Wildcat. No, that's Harsheimer quarterback. Nope. Benny Caponzu's the back.
Nope, that's
Turns the ball to Benny. Benny tries to get on the right side. He's not going to get there. Dutch very quick to the ball. Caponzu actually lost a yard. A lot of white hats there. Just Pella sniffed that play out right off the get-go, Dan, and just got good penetration.
Yeah, led there by Austin Schulte.
So Tigers go 3 and out, just like the Dutch did, and have to punt. Rex Ramey back to receive the punt from Grinnell. There's the ball booted out of there. A low kick, and he takes it at the 25. He's going to be wrapped up, brought down. Nice coverage there. Gets out to about the 29. On coverage out to number 18 for Grinnell. That is Dax Flanagan making that tackle.
Yeah, and number 25, Corbin Witham, was in there also.
So 1st and 10, Pella at their own 29-yard line. Just underway here, no score. 8:52 left to go in the first quarter. No score between Grinnell and Pella on our Kurtz Clinton Center scoreboard.
Good to see a solid defense really on both sides.
Manning in the shotgun, takes a snap, gives the ball to Deers. Deers tries to cut back, but he gets outside, and he's still loose, breaking tackles. Finally bumped out of bounds about the 40, Jack Gallagher. Boy, Dan, he just kept going. I thought he was going to be stuck for a loss, and he popped outside and made something out of nothing.
Emmanuel's a pretty good runner. He keeps his feet churning, and that's one thing you see in a good back is when those feet don't stop churning and you see the knees kicking, it makes it tough to tackle someone like that.
So 10-yard pickup does give the Dutch a 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. Single back in the backfield is Deers behind Manning. Man in motion. Manning, shotgun now. We got a flag. Let's see.
Offsides on the far tackle, looks like.
It's going to be a dead ball. Oh, the referee's mic'd up tonight. 51.
Yeah, they were for the Marion game, too, so I don't know if that's something new or.
So false start pushes the Dutch back 5. They'll get the down over, so it'll be 1st down and 15. Ball pushed back to the 35-yard line. Tigers switching some personnel here. Get some fresh troops in. This time Manning sends 2 receivers right, single back in the backfield. Tigers switch around to the strong side. Manning in the shotgun. Takes the snap, turns, gives it to Deers. Deers tries to cut field, and he is wrapped up and brought down about the 40. Deers tried to pop up there, but Josh Ringer said, "No, you don't, young man. I'm going to hang on to you." And
Jack got him on right when he came through the line. Jack was right there off that tackle, and Josh, he made sure that he wasn't going anywhere else.
So he did pick up 6 yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 now for Pella.
If you're joining us on YouTube, we want to say thank you. If you like what you're hearing and seeing, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. If you're a Grinnell patron, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Manning's pass now out in the flat, caught by number 9, Logan Vanderbroek, a big 6'5" tight end out there.
Eli Mahoney with the tackle.
Yep, out across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. So he picked up a quick 7 yards. He's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Check that, 3rd down and 3 now for Pella. If they don't make it, be interesting for Coach Ben Baller if he decides to go for it here. See what play they draw up. 3rd down and 3 now for Pella. 2 receivers to the right. Deers in the backfield beside Manning. Manning in the shotgun. Tigers stacking up the line in the box. Manning rolling out, back to pass, throws a pass out in the flat. It's caught by Ty Van Vliet, and he is brought down immediately, but into Tiger territory, but not before he picks up a Dutch 1st down.
Old basketball player Brooks Vosberg did a single leg there, so nice stop by Brooks.
2nd 1st down of the drive for the Dutch. Ball all the way down into Tiger territory at the Tiger 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 Pella. Pella trying to get something put together here on this second drive. Two receivers to the left, one to the right, single back in the backfield. Manning gives the ball to Deers. Deers, quick explosion up the middle. Look out. He gets tripped up. He was one cut away from breaking that, Dan. He got out across the inside the 40 down about the 35-yard line, and you saw his acceleration through the hole. Another good back.
Yeah, number 2, Kellen Harder, I think, is, I believe, who got the shoestring on that one.
They actually spot the ball down at the 40, or check that, the 36-yard line. So he did pick up 9 yards, so it's going to be second down and 1 for Pella. See if they take a shot deep here with a 6'5" tight end, number 9 there at the bottom of the screen. Manning back to pass, throws it out. Just a quick pass out. Caught by Tyrone Roos, and he breaks some tackles, cuts upfield, gets down inside the 30, down about the 29-yard line. Another first down for Pella. Pella going into a hurry up here.
Brought down there by Benny Caponzo and number 25, Corbin Witham.
Manning, 3 receivers right, single back. Manning back to pass, and pocket collapses. He is brought down for a sack. Not sure what happened there. Pella tried to go quick, and they had nobody back to the block, and Manning got the ball and looked like he didn't know where to go with it. Yeah. He just tucked it and took the loss.
Good job, Will Slagle. He stood that guard up, slid off the tackle, and made the tackle, and everyone just kind of come in and fell on top.
Good to see Big Will back out there. Of course, he had that foot injury, missed a whole bunch of games. Played a little bit last week, but this is
he played the whole Marion game too.
Yeah, he did. So Will's been back a few games here. It's second down and 15.
You sit out that much. It takes a little bit to get that foot back where you need to play the ball game. And
Deers trying to cut back, and he does a spin move, but he gets dropped down. Now, not sure what happened there. Just finishing a block there. Okay. But Deers was trying to do a spin move in the hole, but he's dropped down. Looked like Gallagher was there. Also number 50 for Grinnell was in there. That is Tyler Kostow. So 2-yard game brings up third down and 13 here. Probably 2-down territory for Pella at this point, since we're down at the, looks like the 28-yard line. So third down and 13 for Pella. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver left. Back in the backfield is Deers. Third and 13, Manning back to pass. Looking, still looking, rolling out. Now he throws it up, and too tall for his 6'5" tight end, and that's saying something. So it's fourth down and 13. Let's see what Coach Ben Baller does here. I don't see a field goal kicker coming out, so they are going to go for it. And why not? So fourth down and 13 here for Pella. 4:51 left to go. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass.
Tell you what, Manny feels pretty comfortable sitting back there in that pocket. Didn't really get flustered too much for Pella.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. 4th and 14, Manning back to pass. Looking deep. He fires it out there. Has this guy out there. It is caught and it dropped. Caponzo comes in at the last second and knocks it loose. Wow.
That was a wide open drag, and he brought the ball back around and just didn't have it secured. And Benny was able to stick his hands up in there and punch her loose.
Logan Vanderbroek had it, and then Caponzo comes across and knocks it loose. Looks like Vanderbroek maybe got shot too, and he's slamming his helmet. He's upset himself. But big defensive stand-up for the Tigers, and Pella moved the ball right down the field, and Tiger defense did the job when they had to.
Saw the green grass too soon. I should say you were thinking about the green grass instead of looking at it.
So first and 10 Grinnell, ball at their own 28-yard line. Hartsheim in the shotgun. Ringler to his left. Snap is low again. Gives the ball off to Ringler. Ringler gets wrapped up. He's going to be brought down. That play, good penetration that time by number 7, Kyler Van Manen. One of the Dutch linebackers just got through the gap there, and that was, again, a bobble snap, kind of disrupted the timing of that
like
play.
I said, that's number 2. I don't know if it's just a little bit cold. They're not used to playing this temperature. They do practice in like on a Thursday morning, so they had at least one morning know what it's going to be like in the coolness. But
so loss of 2 on the play brings up second down and 12. Ball back to the 26. Clock coming up on 4 minutes left to go here first quarter. No score between Grinnell and Pella on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single back in the backfield is Ringler. Hartsheim in the shotgun. Takes the snap, turns, gives it to Ringler. No, he faces the Ringler. Has a man on the slant, and it's caught. That is Van Compernoll, but he loses the ball. It's picked up by Pella. Oh, they're going to save us down. Pella coaches are going bonkers. And Van Compernoll is slow getting up. He's grabbing his shoulder, but they're saying he was down.
Yeah.
Boy, Dan, that was close.
That was close. And you know, that's the same shoulder that here, let's go ahead and look at the Clarity Eye Care instant replay. Yeah, it might have been.
Now looking at it again, looked like he might have been down. Let's see here.
Yep, his knee was down
his
right
knee
there.
was down right there. So,
So-
yeah. So first and 10, Grinnell. It's Edward Jones first down. Harsheim takes a shotgun snap back, gives it to Ringler. He's being pursued. There's a whole bunch of Dutch right there. And the White Hats are fired up after that one. But, yeah, if they could see the replay, his knee was clearly down before the ball came out. So 2-yard loss on the play brings up second down and 12 for Grinnell. Ball down at the 43-yard line.
More concerned about Jake. You know, he took a week off. He had a strained shoulder, left shoulder. So I don't think he played last week in Newton. So this is the first game back.
Yeah, and he got up, grabbing that shoulder again, walked off. So
You're a senior night. You don't want to not play, but to take a little bit of a hit like that.
So second down and 12 now for Grinnell. Shotgun snap, turns, gives the ball off to Ringler up the middle. He is met and pushed back. Maybe no gain on the play again. In the middle of it, Connor Van Manen. And they're also number 4.
Number 55.
55 is in there too. That's Aiden Halverson. And no gain on the play. Going to bring up third down and 12 here for Grinnell. Yeah, Dutch fans felt they had that one taken away, but according to our replay, it looked like his knee was down. And I mean, we would say if they missed the call, we'd say no, that should have been a fumble, but it was clearly down, what we saw. But nonetheless, third and 12 now here for Grinnell. Pella lining up in the box. They might be coming with pressure. No, they fake the give. The pressure's coming. Harsheim steps up, has a lot of room. Eddie across the 50, spins around away from it, gets the first down. Wow. That's an Edward Jones first down by Harsheim. Again,
what a run.
His
What a run.
escapability, he just squeaked through a hole there, and then at the right moment he did a spin move, made a guy miss, and gets that first down all the way into Dutch territory down to the 41-yard line.
Which we all know in high school, when you take that spin move, sometimes it ends up on the bad side because that's when you get the blind side hit. But Eddie came out of that one pretty good.
So first and 10 now for the Tigers at the Dutch 41. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right, single back in the backfield. Harsheim shotgun snap. Turns, gives the ball off to Ringler. Ringler cuts back. Then he cuts to the outside. He is wrapped up at the ankles. Nice tackle that time. That's where you got to go. Well, on any tackle, as you're a defensive coach, you know you got to wrap him up. But
I got Eddie's run brought up here. We'll look at it on instant replay. Right there, does that spin move. Nice job to get that extra 2 yards for that first down.
And then there at the end, did you see when he knew he had the first down, he got down.
Yep.
To avoid taking a big shot. So pick up a 4 on the play. Second down and 6 here for Grinnell. Ball down to the Dutch 37-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Nobody in the backfield by Harsheim. Harsheim shotgun snap. Now, wait a minute. The Pella Dutch move, but they can't. If they move and force the Tiger offensive player to move, that's a foul. But Grinnell must have twitched, so that's a false start on Grinnell. That'll back him up 5. Again, in high school ball, the defense can move or go into the neutral zone as long as they don't make contact or don't cause the offensive player to move. But at that time, the offensive player must have moved, causing the defense to shift. So 5-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 42. Second down and 11. We're under a minute left to go here, first quarter. No score between Grinnell and Pella on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Harsheim in the shotgun. Ringer is aside. Turns. Gives the ball off to Josh. Josh tries to cut upfield. He is met and dropped. Again, Van Manen there making the tackle. Also helped now by number 11, Gage Branderhorst. Maybe gets a yard out of the play. Okay, you got 2 yards out of the play, so it's down to the 40. Going to bring up third down and 9, and Tigers don't have to snap it here, and I don't think they will. 9 seconds, 8, counting down, and that is going to do it. First quarter is in the books. Lots of excitement. Already had a controversial play. Typical Grinnell Pella ball game. What can we say? After one quarter, there's no score between Grinnell and Pella. We are taking this 1-minute break, and you're watching high school football on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Back in 1 minute.
Hey, Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to Tri Church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
Hey Tiger fans, Colton here at Wagon Wheels West in Grinnell, and today's game day boot is this men's Twisted X boot. This boot is going to be super comfortable with that self-stretch technology while also being greatly durable if you have to go and work in the yard or you're out on the job all day. This is going to be the boot for you. But don't get it twisted. This boot is going to look wonderful under a nice pair of blue jeans if you got to go out on the town. And stop in, try it, and good luck Tigers.
Back here at TT Cranium Field, getting set for the start of the second quarter. No score between Grinnell and Pella. Chris Junie, Dan Walker, Lori Walker with you on a Friday night. Good to see the Dutch and the Tigers meeting on the football field. It's just fun. Like I said, go way back to Jim Dunn, Norris Hale, and all the great games of everybody in between. It's been fun. Our second quarter brought to us by Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Third down and 9 here for Grinnell. Harsheim in the shotgun. Now he moves out. It's a Wildcat to Ringler. Ringler takes a direct snap, and Josh plows forward. He gets down to the 35, but then he's met and pushed back. That was an interesting formation. You hadn't seen that all year.
Yeah. Stood up there by number 7 from Pella, which is
Van Manen. He has been everywhere. I'm thinking Van Manen might be a spy. And Coach Haydenfeld's going to go for it here on 4th and about 4. Tigers got to get down to the 31. The ball's at the 35. So here they go. 4th down and 4 for Grinnell. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Grinnell. We'll take one as well. Timeout, Grinnell. We're going to take a 30-second break and come back. You're watching Tiger Football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Back in 30 seconds.
It's more than just a game, it's a tradition, a community. Every Friday night tradition deserves a homemade favorite, Polly-I's Pizza. Stop in on 5th Ave in downtown Grinnell or order online at pollyi'sgrinnellia.com. Go Tigers!
And that was an Edward Jones timeout there. Mark and Paul Colpin, your representatives. So Grinnell takes their first timeout. No score. And Dan, as we got a little bit of break here, I mean, early on, you said Pella moved the ball, but then Tiger defense stiffened. The defense has been the story of the game so far.
It has on both sides of the ball. I mean, I think Grinnell did a good job of watching film to see where they got to pick up, and they've made some good improvements as the game's gone on. So it's not like that they're on the negative side. They're right here is where the offense needs to kind of pick it up, and what we've seen this last drive, we're starting to do that too. We just got to be able to connect in the air.
4th and 4 for Grinnell. 3 receivers left side. Ringer in the backfield by Harsheim in the shotgun. Pella jumps. And let's see if Grinnell linemen move. That's going to be against the Dutch. Let's see. Big call here.
It is.
It is offsides defense. So that'll be an Edward Jones first down by penalty. And that will, now they move the chains. I
thought we were
has
at the
to be a
6 yard.
first down. Yeah. Little delay there. Had me worried for a second. I don't have any hair left to lose. So, but Tigers get that Edward Jones first down, and it is 1st and 10 Grinnell now. Ball at the 30-yard line. Harsheim sends 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver right. Single back in the backfield is Ringler. Harsheim in the shotgun. Takes a snap, gives it off to Ringler. He tries to cut back, and boy, there's just white hats everywhere. You can tell Pella has Josh Ringler marked. They swarm to him like no other. Maybe gets no gain on the play. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, it looked like, was that number 55?
55 was in there. 30 was in there for Pella. I saw a bunch of different numbers. It's a whole pile of people tackling Josh. And Pella figuring if they can stop the running game for Grinnell, make him one-dimensional, that their athletes can cover our receivers for the passing game. So 1 yard gain does bring him 2nd down and 9 for Grinnell. Ball at the 29-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Single back in the backfield is Ringler. Snap to Harsheim. Back to pass is Eddie. Eddie steps up, still looking. He throws it out and is behind Hobbs. Incomplete. Wouldn't have been much of a gain anyway. Hobbs is hit right away. But the pass was behind him. Good job by Eddie again to step around and avoid the rush. And it's not on the line. He had time. Nothing was open, so he had to scramble.
I'll tell you what, one thing I do like to see is I don't know if you saw the end of the play there, Emmanuel Deers. helped Hobbs up. Good sportsmanship on that side, and I've seen that a couple times out here on the middle of the field too. So it's being shown both ways, and I appreciate that in a high school football game.
Well, and as you know, that's coaching. That's a coach making that culture set. 3rd down and 9 now for Grinnell. 2 receivers left, 3 receivers to the right. Harsheim in the shotgun. Fakes the give to Ringler. And he's looking to pass, and he is buried. That time Pella blitzed from the right side, Dan, and Harsheim just had nowhere to go with it. And that is going to be a loss back to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Mr. Van Manen is all over the field there. He was right on him.
So Tigers got to get down to about the 18, so it's going to be 4th down and about 12. And let's see, I don't see the Tigers in punting unit here. Let's see.
I think they're switching out right now.
Okay. A little late on that call because play clock is down to 10.
Which they're probably looking to maybe take a delay game because that might help.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I think, they are going to take the delay. So it'll be a penalty on Grinnell delay game, but that was, as you said, that's a good, that makes sense to think about it. Then that 5-yard gives it extra to maybe get it down closer inside the 10. So delay a game, Grinnell moves the ball back 5 yards. It's 4th and 17. Ball spotted out now at the 37-yard line. Back deep for Pella's number 4, Rex Ramey. There's a snap. Rushes on and gets the punt out of there. It's kind of shanked towards the sideline. He shanked it bad, and let's see. Kind of a missed hit right there. Ball's going to be out at the 25-yard line. So
I think Grinnell got a fairly generous spot on that because it was kind of going at an angle, and they dropped her about right where it crossed over. So needless to say, even if that would have been a great punt return if it was coming from the 1-yard line or the end zone. So
it looked like one of my wedge shots. Just kind of went up in the air and fluttered to the right. So 1st and 10 Dutch, 3 receivers left. 1 receiver right, back in the backfield is Deers. Manning's the quarterback in the shotgun. Ball at the 25-yard line. Manning takes a snap, gives it to Deers. Deers hesitates and tries to burst through, and Tigers are right there. Somebody from the left end, Dan, grabbed him first. Couldn't see who that number was.
All I saw was pink on the shoes, so whoever that's Deers.
63, pink. Jacob Burnett was in there. Now we got
Deers a little bit shook up on the play.
Yeah, we got a player down for Pella. Oh, boy, you hate to see that. It was a 2-yard gain, so it's going to be 2nd down and 8. And he takes his helmet off, and I can't tell if he just got the wind knocked down or what it is, but the referee's telling the players move back, so this might be a bit of an extended break. So we're going to go ahead and take a break ourselves. We'll take a 30-second break for now and come back. Hopefully the young man from Pella is okay. 30-second break. You're watching Tiger Football on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
When change and uncertainty define the times, it's good to anchor to your roots, to honor and nurture them, to remember how it all started, and let that help build the future. Because we know a strong future is built on a solid past, and that past promises mean future follow-through. You can trust us to protect what you grow, build, own, and value. Trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual.
Back here at TT Cranny Field, Emmanuel Deers is your injured Dutch player. He's walking off on his own power. Going to be out for at least a play here. Doesn't look to be too bad. He's trying to gather himself on the sideline. So 2nd down and 8 now for Pella. Dutch have 2 receivers right. Single back in the backfield. For Pella, will have to get that number here in just a moment. Manning in the shotgun. Manning takes a snap. He turns his ball off to his tailback, and it's number 23, and he is tripped up, upended. That's Riker Branderhorst.
Looked like Josh Ringler
maybe
snagged his foot as he spun off them.
Gallagher finished him off. So pick up a 1, brings up 3rd down and 6 now. Ball spotted out the 29-yard line. Here comes Deers back in. So Deers coming back in the game after sitting out 1 play. Probably got the wind knocked out of him or something, I'm guessing. Sometimes you land on that football, and that football doesn't give, nor does the ground, so your abdomen gives.
Or the hit coming up on the ball into your gut.
There you go. 3rd and 6. Manning back to pass. Throws it out there. Has a receiver out there. Look at those big tight end. He high points it and catches it into Tiger territory down at the 48-yard line. That is Logan Vanderbroek
Brought
Again,
down by Trenton Holes.
6'5". And Trenton Holes checking in there at about 6 foot. So you
That
throw it up,
5
let the
inches
big,
makes a difference, doesn't it?
throw it up there, let the big fella go up and get it.
I tell you what, he stretches his arms out. That's a tall dude.
So ball moved down into Tiger territory. 1st and 10 Pella at the Tiger 48-yard line. No score between Grinnell and Pella here. 8:24 left to go here in the first half on our Curtis Collision Center scoreboard. Manning back to Pat. Now we have a flag at the snap.
Something right off the line of scrimmage there. Something.
Let's see what the call is. They communicate via radio. It's a dead ball. False start on Pella. Said the right tackle. All right, I'm not going to say who that was, but false start penalty. Somebody moved a little early, I guess, but right before the snap. 5-yard penalty moves the ball back into Tiger territory to the 47-yard line. Dutch will get the down over, so it's 1st down and 15 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers left. Deers in the backfield by Manning. Manning gives the ball to Deers. Deers around the right side, hits the corner, and Emmanuel Deers is still going, but he's bumped out of bounds about the 41-yard line into Tiger territory.
Kellen Harder had a nice little shoulder into him to get him veered out to the outside, but I have a feeling if he wouldn't have had that little hit, he might have been right down the sideline.
He still
Chris.
was going, I think. I agree with you. So nice gain by Deers. Got about 10 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 3. Ball at the Tiger 41-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Manning, single back in the backfield by himself. There's a Manning face to give. He tries the quarterback keeper. He is brought down by Josh Ringler. Ringler crashing in from that side end, just read it.
He did. He had his head on straight, and he was looking right at the ball. And, that's what we want to teach. We have the linemen stand up to the linemen in front and have those linebackers keep their eye on the ball so they know where it's getting handed off, and everyone's assigned to their position there.
So 3rd down and 5. They did give him a pickup of 1, so 3rd and 5 for the Dutch. Ball marked down at the Tiger 43-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right, 2 backs in the backfield. Tigers stacked line of scrimmage. Manning back to pass. Throws it out in the flat. Has Deers out in space. Deers makes a cut, and he is dropped down, but he's going to get the 1st down, I do believe.
Look like, is that Trenton number 8?
Yep.
Eli Mahoney coming
up. So Deers the catch successful. It is a Pella Dutch 1st down. Ball down to the 38-yard line. Clock continuing to move here. 7:29 left to go here in the first half. No score between Grinnell and Pella on our Curtis Collision Center scoreboard. Again, if Tigers win, they're in the playoffs. Pella is in the playoffs either way. Shotgun snap. Manning throwing back to deep. A screen set up, and it is read right away. Who's that? Guess who? Josh Ringler. Shot up like out of a cannon, Dan.
So as much as they're spying on Josh on the opposite side, Josh is doing a great job on this side too.
So nice play by Ringler. Shoots through there and grabs Deers just as soon as he caught the ball before Emmanuel could get going. Loss on the play back to the 42-yard line. Loss of 4 brings up 2nd down and 14 now for the Pella Dutch. 3 receivers going left. Tight end is tight in the line of scrimmage. Manning in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Manning back to pass. Setting up another screen. This time it's over the right side. And they have blockers. That time Deers gets the pass. Gets inside the 40 down about the 36-yard line. Gallagher over there. Made the tackle. So nice gain on the play. Picked up about 4 yards. 3 yards.
Josh
Check
Ringler,
that.
believe it or not, was
So
in on
it's
that
gonna
one
be
too.
3rd down and 11 for Pella here. I'm guessing 4 down territory for the Dutch if they don't make it. Manning back to pass. Looking, stepping around. He throws it out deep. Has a man out there and just overshoots his tight end. Vandenbroek broke off the route, and that's when it's his most dangerous, Dan. They had the initial route covered. Then when he scrambled, Vandenbroek broke off, and he was open. Just Manning missed him.
Yeah, and I don't, our safety and corner let him get behind him. Typically you want to stay in front and keep backpedaling before you turn and actually go after the ball. But he had 5 yards on him, Chris.
So another 4th down play, 4th and 9 for Pella. Might be a quick kick here. Yep, they are going to quick kick it. So Tigers need to get away from it. And they do. And it does take a Dutch bounce.
Oh, my.
Down to the 5, rolling down to the 4, down to the 3, and he's fanning it to get it down there. Down about the 2. Well, that's what you do. But the main thing to take away from this is, Dan, Tigers have had 2 fourth-down stands and turned the Dutch away.
Yep, that's true. And, and this time they're on our side of the field, so it's even – the defense is putting themselves in a good position. We just got to be able to turn this offense around and get something on a big play. Obviously, we know that they've shut down Josh Ringler, so we're going to have to kick out and do something else, either throw Benny or start going to the pass play as that play action, let it develop.
See if Pella stacks the line up here. They put 6, 7 guys in the box because they think Grinnell's going to run. Yeah, they have 6 guys up there. Shotgun snap for Harsheim in his end zone. He turns his ball off to Ringler. Ringler bursts up the middle, and he gets out. That's just about all you can do. Straight dive play, put 2 hands on the ball, and plow forward for as much as you can get.
It looks like you got about 4.
Yeah, got out there to –
gives you a little breathing room.
Looks like it's out there about the 6. So it's 2nd down and 6 now for Grinnell. So 4-yard gain. Ball's at the 2. He's now at the 6.
Tell you what, the way Pella's playing up tight, if you could have a quick action slant right across the center.
Harsheim in the shotgun. Gives the ball to Ringler this time. He cuts to the outside and tries to go back inside. And Pursuit catches up to him. He gets out across the 6 to maybe the 7. Guess who? Number 7 in there again. We might as well just call his number every time. He is definitely Kyler Van Manen. He's 6'3", 220, leading tackler for this Dutch defense. And, boy, I see why. He is just everywhere for that Dutch defense there in the middle. So 3rd down and 6 here for Grinnell. 4.5 minutes left to go. See what Coach Haydenfeld does if he calls a pass play or not. Single receiver either side. Ringler in the backfield. Harsheim in the shotgun. Harsheim takes the snap. Fakes it to Ringler. And no, Josh has it on his keeper on the right side. And he gets out across to 8 to about the 9. And now we got a Tiger still getting up, but he pops up, and that is going to bring up 4th down.
2?
Yeah, 4th down and about 3. Maybe got a yard there. So Dutch defense does a job, and Tigers have to punt here. Good safe call by Coach Ames. You can't fault him there because you don't want to make a mistake in that deep in your own end. So Trenton Holes back to punt, back deep for Pella's Rex Rami. This time Holes gets the ball out, gets a decent boot out, angling towards the sideline again. It rolls in the field of play, stays in the field of play, and takes a Tiger roll out to the 39-yard. That hit about the 28 and rolled all the way out there. So
turned it in about a 38-yard punt.
Which that's about all you can ask for.
Which I guess he was standing, probably 6 or 7 feet in. But
yeah. So 1st and 10, Pella at the Tiger 39, their best field position. So once again, the Tiger defense going to be asked to make a stand against this high-potent, high-powered Dutch offense. So 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Manning in the shotgun by himself in the backfield. 1st and 10, Dutch. Now man in motion. He turns, hands the ball off on the jet sweep, trying to get here to the edge. Gallagher getting blocked, and he gets bumped out of bounds. That was number 28, Tyson Roos, the sophomore. Gets the ball down inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. Picked up about 11 yards. That's going to be good for a Pella Dutch 1st down. No, actually check that down to the 27-yard line.
That was kind of a weird thing because Josh Ringler actually had good penetration through. I don't know if Durs had a jab step that seemed like Josh stopped and lost his momentum on that.
So 1st and 10, Pella at the Tiger 27. 3 receivers to the left now. Deers in the backfield by Manning. Deers fakes to get it. Manning tries to get outside. He is wrapped up. Nicely done. Benny Kapanzu coming up there and wrapping up that quarterback.
Now that's a good job, linebacker, staying home and seeing what your play is going to mature out to be. So everyone has their position. Actually, they come up from the corner on that side.
So loss of 1 on the play back to the 28. 2nd down and 11 now for the Dutch. Clock moving, 3 minutes left to go. First half, no score between Grinnell and Pella on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right, single back in the backfield. Manning in the shotgun, takes a snap, back to pass, looking left, throws it out there, and it is incomplete. Pass was incomplete, intended out there for number 8. That is Harrison Mullins, one of his top targets. Manning kind of threw off his back foot, just didn't quite have the velocity. That's a longer throw than you think. Get it out there. So incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 11. Obviously, will be 2-down territory here for the Dutch if they don't make it here. Clock stopped. 2:49 left to go here in the first half. No score between Grinnell and Pella. 3 receivers left. Deers in the backfield. Manning takes the snap, gives it off to Deers. Deers up the middle, cuts back, wrapped up by Gallagher and brought down inside the 20, down to about the 18. And it's going to be 4th down and about 2.
Yeah, good job for Jack. He come back from that end position, followed it back up. So that's another place where our linebackers, they need to step up and they need to hold their ground there. Don't let that get pushed out of the way.
Ball down at the 19, so 4th down and 2 here. Another big play, big moment in this ball game. Tigers have held Pella on the other 2 4-down attempts in this game. Can they make it 3 in a row? We'll see. 4th and 2. Dutch, full house backfield. Manning in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's back to pass. Throws out in the flat. And the pass is caught. And getting out to the edge and getting the first down is number 23, Riker Branderhorst. Just a foot race, Dan. Yep. And Grinnell was there. He just outran him and got the first down.
Yeah, and Trenton Hulls had kind of the cleanup tackle on that to get him out of bounds. In other words, that probably could have been a touchdown.
So ball down at the 12-yard line. So 1st and 10 Pella at the Tiger 12. Pella has all 3 timeouts left, so 1:58 left to go here in the first half. Dutch knocking on the door. Grinnell will get the ball to start the second half. Shotgun snap, Manning takes the snap. He's back to pass. There's a fade route in the corner, and it is caught, and they give the touchdown. Official was a little late getting there, making the call, but they do give him the touchdown, and Pella gets on the board.
Yeah, which I know you don't want to get in a position where you're getting pass interference on you, but you have to get a hand up in that line of path. He had his hands, he was looking at the quarterback, so you have to get your hands up and try to get that blocked out of there.
So Tigers could not make it 3 in a row on 4th down. Pella scores, and they take the lead, extra point pending. There's a snap, kick is up on the way, and it is good. 1:52 left to go in the first half. Pella draws first play, they leave Grinnell 7-0. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to or watching Grinnell Tiger Football on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Back in 30 seconds.
At Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, we know that the Tigers have a game plan every time they take the field or court. And at Ramsey Weeks, we have a plan for you too. Check out our website at ramseyweeks.com to get started. You can find all your insurance needs from residential to commercial, and if it is real estate you are looking for, you are one click away in the top menu. Here you can browse our residential and commercial listings. Don't forget, let Ramsey Weeks create a game plan for your new insurance or real estate purchase. Go Tigers!
Back here at TT Cranny Field, 1:52 left to go. Tigers have 2 timeouts. Pella just scored. And the Tigers set to receive the kickoff from number 34, Brody Van Zee. Kickoff taken back at the 15. Out across the 20, 25, and then brought down. So decent return for Grinnell. That was Corbin Witham, I think, number 25 on that return.
Yep, that's who it was.
So Tigers have the ball. As you said, they have 2 timeouts. See what Coach Haydenfield does. Again, Grinnell will get the ball to start the second half, so he may not take too many chances here. And see what shakes out for this last 1:45. Coming up at halftime, we'll have first half recap and some stats courtesy of Jeremy Shapiro and much more coming up at halftime on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. So Harsheim sends 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Ringer in the back in the backfield. Harsheim in the shotgun as he always is. 1st and 10 Grinnell. Harsheim takes a snap, turns, gives the ball to Ringer. Ringer tries to cut up field.
Stuck right up there in the middle by our
number 7. And timeout, I believe, is going to be taken by whom? Pella takes the timeout. All right. 1:35 left to go here. Pella takes their first timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching Grinnell Tiger Football on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Back in 30 seconds.
Now is the perfect time to start your new shop house or post frame building construction project. Lumber prices are dropping to historic lows, and Proline Building Company is excited to pass those savings directly to our customers. We are offering special discounts on all new projects. Our construction calendar has immediate openings so you can take advantage of today's low material cost without delay. Ready to get started? Visit us at www.iowadreambuilder.com and let's get started today.
Back here at TT Cranny Field, Pella takes a timeout, 1:35 left to go. Dutch thinking maybe they can get something going here. No gain on that play, 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. So 2nd down and 10 for Grinnell here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single back in the backfield with Harsheim shotgun. Dutch with 7 guys up in the box. Daring Grinnell to throw. Harsheim fakes the give, look to throw, throws it out there, has a receiver out there, and it is almost picked off. And the receiver turned to the defensive back there, Dan, and knocked that ball away.
And I didn't see. Is that number 1?
Yeah.
So
no, it's not number 1. There's number 4 back there.
No, our guy.
Oh, receiver. Yeah, that was Cameron Gossick out there. Yep.
So, I mean, he was running his route, but he wasn't turning and looking over his shoulder as he was going. So I don't really know if he knew exactly where the ball was at.
Pella's in the zone deep. I mean, they're manning up on the line, but then they had those 2 safeties, 4 and 24, over the top to drift over there to end up being a double team. So incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 10. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Harsheim in the shotgun. He turns, gives the ball to Ringler. Ringler cuts back, and Josh has an open, but then quickly closes. My goodness, the team speed, and Pella immediately calls a timeout again. So
number 55, Aiden Halverson, in on that.
So we'll take a break as well. 1:22 left to go in the first half. 4th down and about 6. When we come back, you're watching Tiger Football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Back in 30 seconds.
Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Back here at TT Cranfield, one of the fine sponsors of Tiger Sports Livestream Network is the Strand 3 Theaters. Showing now through next Thursday, Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, rated R, the biography of Bruce Springsteen, the boss, Regretting You, rated PG-13, and Black Phone 2, rated R, all showing at the Strand 3 Theaters, located on Main Street in downtown Grinnell. So 4th down and 8, Tigers back in punt formation. And Pella's going to get the ball back here with about a minute left or so, maybe a little more. Hull's back in punt formation. Gets the ball out of there. Now he gets a decent boot. Ball bounces it at the 45 and going to take a Tiger roll. No return, and Tiger's just going to let the ball roll down, let the clock go. And, yeah, they're going to make that's a smart play. Make the official blow the whistle to get that extra second or two. But still, Pella will have 1 minute and 11 seconds left. They do have 1 timeout in their pocket. And the way they can throw the ball, and really, Dan, the plays that have killed Grinnell, they've stuffed the run pretty much for the most part. It's just those quick passes out in the flat, getting their players out in space, and that's where they've gained the majority of the yards.
Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a
So 1st and 10, Pella at their own 36-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Manning in shotgun with Deers in the backfield next to him. Manning takes a snap. He delayed handoff to Deers up the middle. Deers pops through, but then he's met and dropped down. Gallagher closed quickly. Who else had him there too?
Is that with him? Nope, that's Josh Ringler.
Josh Ringler again gathered up Deers. They do give him a 1-yard gain out to the 37-yard line. Yeah. Clock is continuing to move.
One note here on Emmanuel Deers, the last set that they went, he actually hit 1,000 yards on his rushing career for this season. So
congratulations to that young man. Yeah, that's an accomplishment for anybody. We'll tip our hat to them. You bet. Now Manning gets the pass here, caught out in the flat again, trying to just get what they can. Get down to out to the 42-yard line. They're stopping the clock.
Harrison Mullins with a nice catch out here on the flat.
Must have went out of bounds. I thought he was tackled inbounds. Can't see there was a pile of Pella players right in front of me. Say that one fast. Pile of Pella players. Without popping your peas. Never mind. I'm sorry. Fighting off a cold if you can't tell. So 3rd down and 2 here for the Dutch. I'll just call the game. How about that? 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Single back in the backfield. 3rd and 3 for the Pella Dutch. Manning takes a snap. Back to again, out in space. And out there in the tackle. And going to be out across the 45. Going to get the, well, now they pushed it. Let's see.
Like Blake DeHoos.
Clock is moving here. Are they going to get, no, they're going to say short. Wow.
Blake
So
DeHoos
Pella's-
with the catch for Pella.
Pella's going to line up and go for it. 4th and less than 1 here. Clock under 10 seconds. Man, and let's see what he's going to just let it run out, or what are they going to do?
That ball's coming this way. They're going to call timeout.
So now Pella takes a timeout, and we'll just keep it here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit our Firestone ads.
Oh, yeah, we'll do our Firestone. Another fine sponsor, you know. Tiger Football is a Firestone store located on Highway 6 East. They have great specials all the time. Just give them a call, 236-7572. And they can tell you about their special. You can save $300 off all eligible AD, IF, and VF radial tires, $200 off all eligible non-AD radial tires, and $25 off Destination Farm and Destination Turf tires. So they have ag tires, they have turf tires, they have car tires. See Mike in the game, Grinnell Firestone, Highway 6 East in Grinnell. Well, my guess is, Dan, they let it run down there. They're going to do they got 6-5. He's going to take the snap, count to 3, throw it up, and let the big fella go get it.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that. It looked like that play was even setting it up, and Grinnell was not covering it too well. They were playing back off about 7-8 yards, which, I mean, when he is kind of a lengthy kid, that he can run.
And keep in mind, too, they could make that fake, and then they could throw it underneath and do maybe a couple laterals. Who knows? So this will be the last play of the first half. Barring a penalty, if the defense is called for a penalty, then we'll have an untimed down. So 4th and 1 here for Pella. And here we go. 3 receivers to the right. Manning back to pass. He throws it up across the middle, and it is going to be incomplete. Missed everybody, and that is the end of the first half. Grinnell will start the second half with the football, but Pella leads Grinnell 7-0 here at halftime at TT Cranny Field. We'll take this
6 minutes.
6-minute break, a 6-minute break, and we will come back with stats and more. You are watching Grinnell Tiger Football on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Back in 6 minutes.
It's more than just a game, it's a tradition, a community. Every Friday night tradition deserves a homemade favorite, Polly-I's Pizza. Stop in on 5th Ave in downtown Grinnell or order online at pollyi'sgrinnellia.com. Go Tigers!
With rising premium costs, you might be tempted to pull back on how much insurance you carry. But it's still important to have robust coverage from a company you can rely on in case disaster strikes. We believe in neighbors helping neighbors. We've been a trusted source for quality insurance since 1909. We offer both personal and business insurance products, and we can help protect what you value most. You can trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual. For more information, visit grinnellmutual.com.
At Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, we know that the Tigers have a game plan every time they take the field or court. And at Ramsey Weeks, we have a plan for you too. Check out our website at ramseyweeks.com to get started. You can find all your insurance needs from residential to commercial, and if it is real estate you are looking for, you are one click away in the top menu. Here you can browse our residential and commercial listings. Don't forget, let Ramsey Weeks create a game plan for your new insurance or real estate purchase. Go Tigers!
Now is the perfect time to start your new shop house or post-frame building construction project. Lumber prices are dropping to historic lows, and Proline Building Company is excited to pass those savings directly to our customers. We are offering special discounts on all new projects. Our construction calendar has immediate openings so you can take advantage of today's low material cost without delay. Ready to get started? Visit us at www.iowadreambuilder.com and let's get started today.
Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Hey, Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We are your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
Mayflower Community is currently hiring nursing staff. If you are passionate about healthcare and the well-being of older adults, Mayflower Community wants you. Employees enjoy a daily meal, coffee, cappuccino, and lotus drinks, fitness center, and a family-oriented work culture that is flexible with your needs. You will find competitive pay and benefits. Mayflower Community, a place to call home and a great place to work. For more information, visit our website at mayflowerhomes.com or call 641-236-6151.
Tired of bad internet and bad service? Switch to MCG and experience the benefits of better internet. We employ a local team that answers the phone when you call. We provide same-day support and symmetrical upload and download. We offer benefits like free install, free router, and no introductory pricing. We offer internet that works when you need it. No data caps, no fine print, and absolutely no hidden fees. Sign up with MCG today and experience the benefits of better internet service.
The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Hey Tiger fans, Colton here at Wagon Wheels West in Grinnell, and today's game day boot is this men's Twisted X boot. This boot is going to be super comfortable with that self-stretch technology, while also being greatly durable if you have to go and work in the yard or you're out on the job all day. This is going to be the boot for you. But don't get it twisted. This boot is going to look wonderful under a nice pair of blue jeans if you got to go out on the town. And stop in, try it, and good luck, Tigers.
We are at halftime here at TT Cranfield, 7-0. Pella Dutch leading in Grinnell. Grinnell Tiger Paws just got done, and the cheer squad just got done performing as well. Now the band will be coming out here shortly, but we want to take this moment of broadcast. We're going to turn over to Dan Walker. He has an update on a longtime Grinnell teacher and coach and educator, Tony Farmer. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, we just want to give a shout out and extend our prayers to Tony Farmer. Back on October 15th, he went in for surgery for cancer that he had, and we had quite a big support around here with Tony's. We did a shirt fundraiser through the school system, and everyone just kind of joined in, and we just want to continue to let Tony know that we are keeping him in our prayers. And we're following this post. His sister's posting on Facebook, and he seems like he is being the overachiever of going ahead things. He's out of ICU. He's across the hallway now and getting better and better by the day. So as the last post I saw 21 hours ago, he got the Early Bird Award and the Overachiever Award. So Tony is doing a lot of good things, and again, we just want to wish him well as he continues to recover from the surgery he had. I think he's got a long road, and he's cutting miles off that road every day just by his determination. So Tony, if you're listening, we're giving you your thumbs up here, and we're thinking about you.
Yes, we all are. So wishing for continued recovery and success for Coach Tony Farmer. All right, back to the first half recap. And Grinnell won the toss. They deferred, and they took the ball and Pella took the ball and went 3 and out, punted to Grinnell. Grinnell went 3 and out, and then Pella put together a drive. Got down to 4th down, Dan, but the Tiger defense, they bent, but they didn't break as Pella's drive stalled down about their 25-yard line. And, again, you talked about it. With both these offenses, really, I don't know if you want to say you thought they were going to take center stage, but the defense has stepped up on both sides, and here we are, 7-0 game proves that.
Yeah, and this defense has done really good, except for letting that one long ball go. And I think they're going to probably fix that up at halftime, because you could see it every time they do it. And if you pull off of their left tackle, he starts to cheat back when he lines up. He never does go down in a full stance, but I could just tell every time that by watching him, when he starts to go up, he sits on his back feet, so the pass is going to come. And they're only going 2 directions. They're doing a screen out to the left, or they're waiting and hitting this slant across the middle. So I think that could be easily achieved. They just have to see it, and maybe they'll start understanding when they walk up to it.
Yeah, it's obvious Pella's putting a bunch of guys in the box. What I mean by the box is in the tackle boxes from tackle to tackle. They start with a 3-man front, but as the night has gone on, they've put more and more guys up in. So they have 5-6 guys in the box, and they're just basically saying, you're not going to run the ball, you're going to have to throw it. So I'm sure the coaching staff is keeping on that, and we'll see. Be anxious to watch as that second half unfolds. We do have some unofficial stats here from Jeremy Shapiro. Our thanks to Jeremy. He's our unofficial statistician here on the Tiger Sports Live Network. He's also on X. Jeremy Shapiro, Shapiro, also writes for the local paper. There's a lot of posts for Grinnell, so make sure you check him out on X, Jeremy Shapiro. Unofficial first half stats for Grinnell. Rushing, Eddie Harsheim, 4 carries for 21 yards. Ringler, 10 carries for 13 yards. Benny Caponzi, 1 carry for -2 yards. Passing, Harsheim's only 1 for 3, passing for 19 yards. And Jake Van Komperl has that 1 catch for 19 yards. And speaking of Jake, Dan, we saw him make that catch, and then he went down, and a fumble that was ruled that he was down, but he came up holding that shoulder. We have not seen Jake back in the game since, so I'm just hoping that young man's going to be okay.
Yeah, and I talked to his mom, Laura, the Saturday after that happened, and it wasn't dislocated. They just thought it was kind of stretched the muscles up and everything around there, and hit it with ibuprofen. That was for homecoming night. And, again, Jake's our number 1 pitcher, and he's left-handed. You'd be a little bit of caution on that side with Jake going forward. So I think that he might be done for the ball game unless something miraculous comes out of it.
And then unofficial first half stats for Pella here. Rushing, Emmanuel Deers has 9 carries for 54 yards. Tyson Roos, 1 carry for 11. Gage Branderhorst, 2 carries for 3 yards. And Manning, the quarterback, 3 carries for -9 yards. And that's always deceiving because the quarterbacks, anytime they're sacked, that counts as a rushing attempt. So that's why that's usually negative. Passing, Manning is 11 out of 16 for 82 yards. And we were told that he has a good arm. The Dutch, they do run the ball, but mainly they look like they're a passing team. And again, not a lot of long passes except the one time to the big 6'5" tight end just passes out in the flat and getting their guys in space. Receiving, Logan Vanderbroek, 3 for 37, 3 catches, 37 yards. Harrison Mullins, 3 catches for 37 yards. Tyson Roos, 1 catch for 11 yards. Branderhorst, 1 catch for 7 yards. Deers, 3 catches for 6 yards. And DeHaas, 1 catch for 3 yards. So our thanks to Jeremy Shapiro for those stats. Appreciate it, Jeremy. Again, check him out on X. Jeremy Shapiro, he does a lot of things, Grinnell Tiger sports and football. Happy to have him on board. Grinnell Tiger marching band. I almost said pep band, but it's a marching band out there performing here at halftime. 7-0. Pella with lead. We'll take this 2-minute break, and we'll come back for the start of the second half. Tigers will get the ball to start the second half, so a 2-minute break. We see you're watching Grinnell Tiger football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Back in 2 minutes.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
Mayflower Community is currently hiring nursing staff. If you are passionate about healthcare and the well-being of older adults, Mayflower Community wants you. Employees enjoy a daily meal, coffee cappuccino and lotus drinks, fitness center, and a family-oriented work culture that is flexible with your needs. You will find competitive pay and benefits. Mayflower Community, a place to call home and a great place to work. For more information, visit our website at mayflowerhomes.com or call 641-236-6151.
Tired of bad internet and bad service? Switch to MCG and experience the benefits of better internet. We employ a local team that answers the phone when you call. We provide same-day support and symmetrical upload and download. We offer benefits like free install, free router, and no introductory pricing. We offer internet that works when you need it. No data caps, no fine print, and absolutely no hidden fees. Sign up with MCG today and experience the benefits of better internet service.
The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy.
Back here at TT Cranny Field, 7-0. Pella leading Grinnell at halftime. As you see on our Chris Business Center scoreboard, teams are getting ready to come back out on the field. Tiger Marching Band is finishing up. So Dan Walker, we talked about offensively what Grinnell needs to do, maybe get some short passes out in the flat like Pella's doing, but defensively, as we said, not a lot you can do against their 6'5" tight end. I mean, they threw to him a couple times. He did complete a couple, got some big first downs, but mainly their damage has been done is throwing those passes out, getting their backs in space. So how, as a defensive coach, what do you do for a Tiger defense to
Well, I think
counter
first
that?
thing you're going to do is whatever the corner that's picking up the side of that tall defensive end, give him 7 yards. He hasn't made one catch that's 7 yards off the line of scrimmage. It's always been more of a 10, 15 down a slant. On your wideouts, you got to play them tight because they're going to that screen ball, or it's a semi-screen, and they're passing right at flat or at the line of scrimmage. So go ahead and play them up 2 or 3 yards tighter, and then you can break it down. We've been doing a good job of attacking right off that flat. We haven't really let any of those screen plays go, but it's the big guy. That's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, and again, I mean, you can have the best coverage, but at 6'5", you can't coach height. I mean, that's just the way it is. And he is high-pointed a couple of balls. I mean, they know how to use him. They throw it up there, and he just goes up and gets it and jumps higher than everybody. So, again, as it's always said, Coach Mike Baker, when I coached basketball with him years ago, he always made a point of telling everybody on any sport, especially basketball, the first 2 minutes of the second half is what's going to determine it. And I think with this Grinnell drive is going to go a long way to seeing how this game is going to go. So, big drive coming up here for Grinnell coming out of the gate. Otherwise, though, pretty clean game for both sides. A couple penalties hit, a couple of false starts, but no real big penalties. And this game is just shaping up to be one of those. You get to get the feeling that it's going to come down to something funky, either a funny bounce or maybe a turnover here and there that's going to really decide it. And, I mean, that's where you want to be. I mean, for Grinnell, you want to hang close to have a chance in the fourth quarter to win.
Yeah, right now I think for Grinnell on the offensive side, they need to have the big play. Either have the opportunity that Ringler be able to make a breakthrough, or we get a kick out. And like we did against the Marion team, we did end it around, and, they weren't really prepared for it. So I think you're going to have to go above and beyond Josh Ringler and maybe throw something at the presentation of Benny Caponzo and see what he could do with it.
All right, we are at halftime here, and we're going to take this 1 minute break, and we'll come back for the start of our second half. You're watching Grinnell Tiger football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Back in 1 minute.
Hey, Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments. So no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
Hey Tiger fans, Colton here at Wagon Wheels West in Grinnell, and today's game day boot is this men's Twisted X boot. This boot is going to be super comfortable with that self-stretch technology while also being greatly durable if you have to go and work in the yard or you're out on the job all day. This is going to be the boot for you. But don't get it twisted. This boot is going to look wonderful under a nice pair of blue jeans if you got to go out on the town. And stop in, try it, and good luck, Tigers.
Getting set for the start of the second half for the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network alongside Dan Walker and Lori Walker. I'm Chris Juny. So glad to have you with us here on a Friday night. Absolutely beautiful night for football. Start of the game, time temperature is 50 degrees. It's still 50 degrees, a little bit of wind going left to right, and that will do it.
Hey, for everyone that's watching, Chris, to give you a shout out, thank you for joining us on the Tiger Sports Livestream YouTube channel, or if you're watching us online via our website, or on our Tiger Radio Network, or the last one, listening right here in Grinnell on KGRN 1410. So thank you for joining us. If you're on the YouTube channel, go ahead and give us a thumbs up if you like what you're listening to and watching tonight. We try to make it as much of a mutual ball game, calling it from a home side, and just glad everyone joined us.
There's a kickoff by Van Zee, taking about the 20-yard line. Ball is bobbled by Grinnell. He picks it up, and Hobbs has it. He's trying to knife around. He does get out across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. And almost disaster there to start, but
That's
Tigers maintain
downright
control.
Dangerous. Number 26, Nate Warner, in on the tackle.
So Tigers do keep the ball, 1st and 10. Ball spotted down, looks like about the 23-yard line. Our third quarter brought to us by Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. And Tigers come out.
Having kids playing and against Pella in basketball, while that Warner name sounds familiar, I don't know if that's a younger brother of Josh or not.
There's Ringer up the middle, and Ringer finds some running room. Good, looked like a trap play that time, Dan. They come across the Ringer, got through the hole quickly, accelerated, and got out across the 30 to about to the 25, out to about the 30.
Look at that here in the
on a 30 eye carries to replay. Yeah, Ringer just wasn't touched till he got to that second level. That's the first time that's happened tonight. So nice adjustment there by the Tigers. And Josh picks up a quick 7 yards. Second down and 3. 2 receivers left. No receivers to the right. Harsheim in the shotgun. Takes a snap, turns, gives the ball to Ringer. He picks and chooses. Ringer gets through, and he's wrapped up, and there's a flag come in late.
Like a holding back there.
Yep, I think they're going to call holding on somebody, probably Grinnell. Well, they called a personal foul against Grinnell.
That's a killer there.
That's a 15-yard penalty. Coach Adam Haydenfeld's asking for, what did my guy do? We didn't see it. I thought it was a hold.
I did too. I thought it was a hold too.
That moves the ball all the way back to the 15-yard line. Ooh. Tigers do get the down over. It's second down. But now it's second down and 18. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Harsheim by himself in the shotgun. Pella showing pressure. There's the ball. Snapped, handed off on the jet sweep around. Dan, you called it. That time they sent a man in motion. Was that Kapanzu? Or no, that was, looked like number 8, Elijah Mahoney. Around the left side. But again, Pella with that great team speed gets out there. He does get out across the 20. No, check that. They do mark him down short about the 18-yard line. So he picked up about 3 on the play, giving up third down and 15 here for Grinnell. So Tigers need to get something here. 2 receivers coming to the near side, 2 to the far side. Harsheim in the shotgun with Ringer to his right. There's a snap, fakes the give. Harsheim keeps himself, and he is wrapped up. Nobody bid on that. Harsheim pulled the ball out. He actually had the ball in Josh's belly, then pulled it out, and thought he could get away, but he couldn't. Pella defense, with thanks to a big 15-yard penalty, Tigers will have to punt.
Yeah, that's one that Coach Haydenville is going to write down. And remember, you always have a little conversation on things that you do well and things that you have an issue with. But
there's a punt out by Hull. It's a high kick and fair caught by Pella right about the 49-yard line. Well, they're going to put him down right at midfield. So fair catch taken by Rex Ramey. And it'll be Dutch football, 1st and 10 at their own 50-yard line. And I know it's early. There's a lot of football left. 9:52 left to go here in the third quarter. But, Mr. Walker, I'm going to say this is a big defensive series for Grinnell.
It is.
You move the ball, you got a good rush, and the penalty puts you back, so you have to punt. Now you give the ball back to Pella. They already had that one-score lead.
I tell you what Grinnell needs to really look for is some type of a turnover. Force some type of turnover here to get us in position to get on their side of the field.
So 1st and 10 Dutch. Ball right at midfield. No receivers. One receiver near side. Manning fakes the give. Does give it all off to Deers, and Deers is wrapped up and brought down. Somebody dove in from the backside.
Number 5
got
is
him.
who I saw there.
Now we have another flag going on. Back deep, and I think they're going to get Pella for after the whistle here.
Get a little chippy out there, and that's
Logan
where you just got to, you'll see the coaches. It's just like back them down a little bit. And
Logan Vanderbrook was out there mixing it up with, looked like Elijah Mahoney, and one official threw the flag. It's going to be a dead ball, personal foul against Pella. Oh, and it'll be offsetting. Personal foul, Grinnell. Okay. Offsetting penalties. All that means is nothing. The ball doesn't move.
Yep.
That's just more of a warning shot to say, gentlemen, clean it up a little bit.
Exactly. And when you're playing that, you're only a 7-point ball game. You got to be smart on both sides of the ball.
So 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 now for the Dutch. Ball to Tiger 47. Manning in the shotgun, takes the snap, gives the face to give, rolling out, looking out to get to Deers. He throws it out to Deers, and it's caught. Deers makes the catch, and he's tackled out of bounds immediately by Jack Gallagher. But that's going to be, well, are they going to give him for the change of movement? Yeah, they are. That's going to be good enough for a Dutch first down. Ball spotted down at the 39-yard line. Pella going to a hurry up here. Bunch formation at the top. Look out. There's a pass out. It might give me a pass.
Oh,
Jack Gallagher reads it, comes through the wall of blockers. And there's another flag. Throwing back deep. And again, Vanderbrook for Pella's out there, and Mahoney for Grinnell's out there again. This time I think the Tigers are going to get caught on this one. Gallagher made a terrific play. Made a big loss back to the 44-yard line, but it's going to be a dead ball personal foul against Grinnell. Oh, and a dead ball ways. Offsetting again. So, I hear both coaches on both sides saying you need to talk to the players, and then that's just you just got to tell the guys, just say it's a great ball game, gentlemen. We can't have this. I know it's a big robbery, Tigers are fighting for the playoff live, but as you said, you just got to clean it up. So 2nd down and 15 for Grinnell on a great play by Jack Gallagher. Now tie formation. Manning in the shotgun. Gives the ball off to Deers. Deers around the left side. He cuts back. Gets out inside the 40 down about the 36-yard line. And there's another flag coming in late. My goodness. Thrown by the referee this time. What does he have here? Dead ball, personal foul against Grinnell. And this is not going to be offsetting. Well, I think, Dan, like we said, the two prior to that were offsetting. That's the official's way of saying, gentlemen, you clean up. When I was a basketball official, you tell them, fellas, anymore, we're going to start teeing people up. And so they gave them chances to clean up. They didn't. Yeah. And now they get a 15-yard penalty, moves the ball down to the 22-yard line.
And I've been on that position on the line, and it seems to be it's whoever throws the last blow is always going to get caught. So the rule should be is you don't throw any blows and play a good, clean ball game.
So 1st and 10, Pella, ball spotted down at the 23. Manning back to pass, rolling out. He's looking to throw, and he throws it out and just throws it away. Boy, some Pella fans real touchy. Manning was going to fall down, and the Tiger players actually stopped him from falling down, but they thought he pushed him. I was watching him the whole time. He tripped on someone that was going down, and one of the Tiger players, coaches grabbed him to help him hold him up. Nonetheless, incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10 now for Pella. 8:49 left to go. Third quarter, Pella leads Grinnell 7-0 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Dan Walker, Lori Walker, Chris Jr. with you on a Friday night. Tigers need a win to get in the playoffs. There's a pitch out to the left side. Back out there, and there's a cutback, nice play.
As I say, we have a hold back here on Jack
Gallagher's not nuts.
They were holding Jack Gallagher.
Yeah, and they throw the flag, and they're going to get a holding on Pella there. We've had 5 penalties, or 5 straight plays with 5 flags, but that was legit. You can see that. I don't know if we have the clarity eye clearance replay, but yeah, Jack is just being grabbed. He tries to break loose, and he can't. That's a hold out the point of attack. The ball carrier was a nice run that time by Tyson Roos.
Let's see here.
We're going to see if we can get that. Just watch there at the bottom of your screen.
Right there.
Right there in the middle, Gallagher.
So there it starts.
And he lets loose from him, but then Jack tries to get outside. The guy just grabs him and pulls
right
him
where
down.
they cross over. So unfortunate. I mean,
so 2nd down and 19 now for Pella. Ball at the 32-yard line. Manning in the shotgun. Back to pass. Straight drop back. Throws it out there long for his tight end, and it is caught by the tight end down at the 2-yard line.
Nice thrown ball by Manning.
Underthrown a little bit, and the big fella just came back and got it. Grinnell defender never looked back at the ball. That's a big first down, and Pella's down. 1st and goal. Dutch down at the Tiger 3.
Yeah. Vanderbroek's been the big target out there, and finally 2 completions out there getting big plays for him.
So 1st and goal, Dutch at the Tiger 3. Clock moving, 7:58 left to go here in the third quarter. Pella leading Grinnell 7-0, but threatening to add more here. Now there's a new quarterback in. Ty Van Vliet is in a quarterback with Deers. Maybe Deers is going to take it. Now we have a delay. Yeah, it's going to be delay a game, I think. Thrown by the back judge. That's their job to watch the clock, so it's a delay game penalty on the Dutch. 5-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 7-yard line.
What you have to wonder, is that just giving a better running lane or passing lane? Or, I mean, they were up there in plenty of time to run that play.
A little bit more room there to throw the ball up to Mr. 9, number 9, Mr. Vanderbroek. Again, 6'5", receiver. New quarterback is in. That's number 8, Harrison Mullins, it looks like. No, that's Manning.
That's Manning.
He throws it out. He gets out in the flat to his receiver, number 2, Blake DeHuis. And Blake catches the ball. He's dropped down immediately, down at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, Benny Caponzo is in there. And tell you what, Trenton Holes took a pretty good whack against our own player.
So 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line.
There.
Pella moving the ball down, threatening to score here. Manning in at quarterback. Van Vliet and Deers split beside him in the backfield in the shotgun. Manning takes the snap, hands him off to Deers, and he is brought down Jack Gallagher from that end.
Yeah, quick,
you saw him run across the
stun
field
on that. That was a great play by Jack there, Chris.
He just coming hard from that left defensive end and chased him down and grabbed him before there's any gain.
Let's take another peek at that as he comes across there. You can see he just busts right across that backside.
And wraps him up. But otherwise, he didn't score because that left side was open. So 3rd down and goal for Pella from the Tiger 4-yard line. And they got the big 6'5" Van Brocken out in the flat. Look out here. Going to throw it up to the corner, and the ball is caught, but is he out of bounds? They're going to say touchdown. So official thought about it for a minute.
Harrison Mullins on this back corner here.
I think Mullins caught the other one too. Right. So they had 2 people running fade routes to each corner, and Manning went to the left. And again, in high school, all you have to do is just have 1 foot down. And Pella gets the touchdown, and they lead 13-0 here, extra point pending. Big number 65 is doing the kicking, Niall Rowe for the Dutch. There's a snap, ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. 5:59 left to go in the third quarter. Pella leads Grinnell 14-0. You're watching Grinnell Tiger football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Back in 30 seconds.
It's more than just a game, it's a tradition, a community. Every Friday night tradition deserves a homemade favorite, Polly Pizza. Stop in on 5th Ave in downtown Grinnell or order online at pollyeisgrinnellia.com. Go Tigers!
Back here at TT Cranny Field, 5:59 left to go here in the third quarter. 14-0 Pella with the lead over Grinnell, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. There's a kickoff. It is heading back and deep and taken by Tigers. Corbin with them at about the 6-yard line. Corbin gets out across the 20, still pushing the pile and struggling, but now here we go again. A little bit of extracurricular after the whistle there. No flag this time. So Tigers take over 1st and 10. Ball spotted down at their own 22-yard line. Still plenty of time left for Grinnell. They have all 3 timeouts. Don't need to panic and get away yet, but again, you're down 2 scores. You're only going to get so many possessions left in this football game, and Tigers got to start taking advantage of it. So 2 receivers on their side. Receiver split far wide to the left. 1st and 10 Grinnell. Harsheim takes a shotgun, hands it off to Ringler. Ringler hesitates, tries to get the outside. He is wrapped up by guess who? If he gets away from Van Manen, Josh might be running, but Van Manen shoots through there. He actually spun off a block. They had him blocked, but he did a spin move to get away. I was watching him, and he wrapped up Ringler. Still, Josh got a couple yards on the play.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see an all-district player out of Mr. Van Manen.
You know, as you said, we always try to keep it neutral here, but I'm going to tip my hat. He is playing a whale of a game, number 7 for the Pella Dutch. Kyler Van Manen, a junior linebacker. 2nd and 8 for Grinnell. Harsheim, shotgun. Looking to pass, still looking. Moving around, now he's being chased. He has to throw it out there, and he throws it behind the receiver, trying to get to Mahoney. And it falls incomplete.
And you know, Van Manen did a great job because as a linebacker playing on the opposite side, as soon as the quarterback makes the commit, and he'd put his dead eye right where he's going to throw the ball, so it allowed him to make the pursuit and really force him out of the pocket there.
So big play in this ball game. 3rd down and 8 for Grinnell. Clock stopped with 5:06 left to go third quarter. Tigers deep in their own end at the 24-yard line. Pella just scored. You do not want to go 3 and out here if you're Grinnell. 3rd and 8 Tigers. Harsheim in the shotgun. Ringler at his side. There's a snap. Gives them face the ball to Josh. Ball is batted down. Trying to hit Van Compernol on a slant, so it's good to see Jake back out there, but batted down by somebody. Couldn't tell who got their paw. Number 26 maybe. Let's see, that would be Nate Warner, but incomplete pass brings up 4th down, and Tigers in a punting situation. Again, tip your hat to the defense. The young man got his hands up, couldn't get the quarterback, and you're taught, get your hands up, he batted it down.
Exactly.
So Holes back to punt. It's a boot out of there, decent boot. Giving chase, and takes a Tiger roll, and it hits a Pella player. That's a live ball, but Pella falls on it. It bounced up and hit Rex Ramey. That makes it a live ball. Don't know if the Tigers realize that or not, but Ramey was able to fall on it, keep possession.
You're a sprinter. Your eyes got to be wide open for that.
Put an asterisk by that one. That would have been big. Tigers could have got a turnover. They had 2 guys there, but Ramey falls on it, so Dutch keep the ball 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Manning brings the troops out. Has 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single back in the backfield is Emmanuel Deers. 1st and 10 Pella. Manning in the shotgun, sends a man in motion, takes a snap, back to pass. Manning looks, throws it out there, it's going up to his big fella, and that time he catches it, and he breaks loose, and he's going to get down and score, and they're going to say he's out of bounds. No touchdown. I think Vandenbroek knew it. He's coming back. He's kind of shaking his head like, yeah. Nice try. Yeah. There was no whistle, so you keep going, but he caught it out of bounds. But again, he just sorted up their Tigers. Actually had good coverage, Dan, but not much you can do against 6'5". So that ball moves the ball into Tiger territory. 1st and 10 Pella down to the 41-yard line. Dutch break the huddle. 4:44 left to go here in the third quarter. Manning in the shotgun. Manning back to pass. Throws it out there again to his big tight end, and he goes up. And this time, playing inside of him, good coverage that time. That was not
over there.
That wasn't to the big fella. That was Kellen Harder. That was to number 8, Harrison Mullins, who's caught the other 2 touchdown passes. But they had him blanketed. Tigers are putting a lot of guys in the box, daring Pella to throw here, and Manning says, okay, I'll throw. Leaving Tigers in pretty much man-to-man coverage out here. So 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single back in the backfield is Deers. 2nd and 10 now for Pella. Ball at the 41. Manning in the shotgun. This time he gives the ball. It's loose on the ground, and I think Deers picked it up. He did. Ball is loose for just a second. Deers picks it up. They're going to give him forward progress. Way back to the 43. Oh, that's where he picked up the fumble. All right, yeah, you can't advance it. Okay. You can't lose yards, you can't gain yards. So,
right. Well,
unless you're the one who fumbled it. So, yeah,
that's
interesting.
And just for the sake of, I know everyone's saying, what a coulda, but here's an instant replay of right there. You can see he's out of bounds. That step right there is his foot. So, just to give everybody that second feeling that, yeah, we did step out of bounds.
3rd and 12, Manning back to pass, throwing out deep, heading for his tight end, and it's knocked down. And there's going to be a flag thrown. Caponzu tried to time it right.
Wow.
Pella wanted a flag, and they're going to get it. Back judge has been busy between personal foul flags and PI flags. So it's going to be pass interference against Grinnell. That's not a spot foul like it is in the pros. It's a 15-yard penalty, but that'll give the Dutch a first down.
Yeah, that was a legit call. Come right back over his back shoulder there. So
he did get there early.
Yep.
You saw on our Clarity Eye Carriers replay. So ball moved down now inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10, Dutch at the Tiger 28-yard line. 3:49 left to go here, third quarter. Pella leads Grinnell 14-0 on our Kurtz Townsend Center scoreboard. Manning in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion to the near side. Takes the snap, fakes the give, back to pass. Looking to throw again. This time he throws it out there to his receiver, trying to get out there to Mullins.
Yeah, good coverage by Eli Mahoney.
And
that held his hands back down and just let him have his presence there.
And there's a flag on the play. It's going to be a hold against Pella, I believe. So it's a 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. That's going to move the Dutch back out across the 30.
I tell you what, by the time we're done with this game, we're going to have more yards and penalties than we are rushing or going forward.
And I don't know if Jeremy Shapiro had that on his stats, but I can only think of about 2 or 3 flags the first half. We've had like 8 here in the second half. So the big penalty moves the ball back to the 38-yard line. So it's 1st and 20 for the Dutch. Manning in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Turns, gives it to Deers. Deers up the middle, cuts back, gets out to the second level, down to the 30-yard line. Maybe pushes across down to the 29.
Brought down by, looks like Tyler Costeau and number 63. Grinnell. Jacob Burnett.
That is Jacob Burnett, yep. So nice gain on that play. Picked up 9, so it's 2nd down and 11 for Pella. Clock continuing to move. 3 minutes, 16 seconds left to go, third quarter. 14-0, Pella over Grinnell on our Kurtz Townsend Center scoreboard. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Manning back there by himself. Manning being chased, and he's going to be spun down and brought down.
Corbin Withram, good stunt right up the middle and helped out by Tyler Costeau.
And there's good sportsmanship. Players helping each other up there. So Manning, Tigers just had an all-out blitz that time, Danny. Good time for him. Manning was rolling out to pass. Big loss in the play, back out across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
And that's a good feeling for the defense. You catch them offside, or they go off sides, legal motion, then you follow it back up with a good stunt, take them back a little bit more.
So 3rd down and 19 for Pella here. Clock continuing to move. 2:25 left to go, third quarter. Probably 2 down territory for the Dutch. We'll see. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Manning in the backfield. Gives the ball off to Deers up the middle. Deers tries to cut the outside. Nice tackle. That time, Josh Ringler He had space this way, Dan. If Josh doesn't make that tackle, Deere saw it. He was heading this way, but
Josh cut right off that right guard. The right guard went out and pushed out, and Josh come right off the backside of him and made that nice little tackle in there.
So Pella goes back in punt formation. Back to punt. Number 65, Niall Rowe. Back deep for Grinnell. Looks like it is Van Compernol. Rowe angling for the sideline. Gets a good boot. Giving down or giving chase, and he nails it. Going to go out of bounds about the, let's see where they mark it, at the 7-yard line. So Dutch do their job. Tigers again start deep in their own end, but the defense does get a stop. And Tigers still have plenty of time to get back in this one, trailing 14-0. 1:37 left to go here in the ball game. And simply put, Pella is in the playoffs whether they win or lose. If they win, they'll get second place. They'll get the automatic bid. Grinnell has to win to get in, to get second place. Everything we've looked at says in the RPI format, if Grinnell loses this one, they will not get in as an at-large team. By the way, those pairings will be announced tomorrow morning by 10 a.m. on the Boys Union website or on Bound, if you want to check that out. So 1st and 10 Grinnell, ball at the 8-yard line. Kapanzu back by Harsheim. Harsheim faced to Kapanzu, and he gives it to Benny, and Benny tries to bounce outside, but he is wrapped up.
Yeah, Benny should have made the cut up a little bit quicker.
Brandenhorst again out there, number 7. My goodness. Tip your hat to that young man. He's got to have 20 tackles tonight. You see why he's out there. He's a solid player. So loss on the play of 2 back to the 6. Going to bring up 2nd down and 12 for Grinnell. Tigers send single receiver here to the near side. 2 receivers on the far side. Harsheim in the shotgun. Josh Ringer on the side. Harsheim takes a snap. Looking to roll out in the end zone. He throws it down, and that ball was thrown down. And, man, on a blitz, Pella came in, and Harsheim just got rid of it. There was a receiver in the area, number 30. Keaton Iverson was right there trying to step a screen, but
that was close.
Harsheim got rid of it.
Too close for comfort there.
And I would guess Pella's going to do the same thing again. They're going to send somebody off that corner. And they're just announcing there's no foul for intentional grounding. 30 was in the area, so incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 12 here for Grinnell. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right for Grinnell. Harsheim by himself in the backfield. Pella with a 3-man front, but showing pressure. Harsheim takes the snap, gives off to Kapanzu over the right side, and he gets stuffed. He gets out maybe about the 8-yard line. Still some more pushing and shoving going on right at the end of that whistle. So again, fellas, the referees have made it clear they're not going to stand for it, so you want to be careful. So Dutch get the stop. 4th down and 12 for Grinnell. And my guess is Tigers going to punt from their end zone. Pella's back deep. Grinnell does not have to snap it before the quarter runs out, but they are going to. Boot is out of there. It is taken at the 43-yard line, and wrapped up immediately is Rex Ramey with a half a second left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Looks like number 25, Corbin, with him.
That's the other thing, Dan, that could be the story of this game if the score holds is the field position in the second half. Pella has consistently kept Grinnell inside their 10 for most of the game, or most of the second half.
And the one opportunity we had on that drop punt there, so Grinnell could have capitalized on that, at least got in the position to have not their backs up against the wall.
So 1st and 10, Pella, ball at the Tiger 40-yard line. Pella leads Grinnell 14-0 on our Curse Business Center scoreboard. 3 receivers here to the near side, 2 to the top. Manning in the backfield by himself.
There is 0.5 seconds, which I know my clock don't show that, but
there's a handoff now to Roos, and he is wrapped up.
Josh Ringler just
Ringler
all over.
Again, shooting through the gap. Lost on the play out to the 47-yard line, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Pella leads Grinnell 14-0. We'll take this 1-minute break, or 30-second break, rather. We'll come back. You're watching Grinnell Tiger football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Back in 30 seconds.
When change and uncertainty define the times, it's good to anchor to your roots, to honor and nurture them, to remember how it all started, and let that help build the future. Because we know a strong future is built on a solid past, and that past promises mean future follow-through. You can trust us to protect what you grow, build, own, and value. Trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual.
Back here at TT Crane Field getting set for the start of the fourth quarter. Pella leading Grinnell 14-0. Again, this is Grinnell's playoff game. They have to win to get into the playoffs. Pella's in no matter what happens. Our fourth quarter brought to us by Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Alongside Dan Walker and Roy Walker, I'm Chris Jr. So glad to have you with us here on this Friday night. And if you're watching us on YouTube or on our stream, or listening to us on our stream, or listening to us on KGRN or online on social media, we appreciate you tuning in for this Tiger football. 2nd and 18 now for Pella. Manning takes a snap, looking to throw, being pressured. He throws it out there, and the pass is incomplete. Two receivers in the same area there. Deers was there too. Deers a little slow getting up, and he's going to limp off the field, or maybe just a cramp for the young man. The Deers is slow getting back to the huddle, and he's going to trot back and give it a go. So now it's 3rd down and 18 for Pella. Now they're gonna shoo Deers away. One of the Pella players said, "No, you better go take it easy on the sideline." So 3rd and 18, play clock at 8. Dutch have to hurry. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. 4 seconds on the play clock. Man in motion. They do just get it off. Manning back to pass. Throws it up and out for his receiver, and it is caught. No, incomplete. Out there intended that time for number 6. That's Hunter Brummel. He had it for just a moment. Couldn't tell if a Tiger player got a hand it, but he dropped it.
I think it rolled. As he brought it in, instead of tucking it in, it just rolled right back up off his chest.
So, Dan, this Tiger defense, even though they get up 14, they've had to. They made the stops, and Tigers get the ball back here. And now the clock starts to become Grinnell's enemy. There's a low snap, but handled by the punter. He gets it up and away. Fair catch signal for Grinnell, and made by Grinnell at the 19-yard line.
Brooks Vosberg with that fair catch.
I hate to say the 19-yard line is your best field position of the half, but it is starting out. They've been inside the 10. So Tigers, 1st and 10. Looks like it's to the 18-yard line. My apologies. So 1st and 10, Grinnell at the 18. And as you said, Tigers are down 2 scores. You're going to have limited possessions here. You're maybe going to get 4, possibly 5 possessions in this quarter, so you got to start capitalizing on it.
13.
See what the Tiger offense does here.
13-yard line.
Shotgun snap. There's a pass out in the flat. Now they get out in space. Caponzu out there. No, that's Harder. And he gets out across the 15 to about the 18. And tackled by Schulte out there. Yep. Was it the 13? My apologies. I'm all confused. Which anybody who knows me, that's easy to do. Just ask my wife or anybody who knows me. That's not a rare, unusual occurrence for me. So 5-yard game, makes up 2nd and 5, ball at the 18. Shotgun snap for Harsheim. Ringer in the backfield. He turns, gives the ball off to Josh. Josh stutter steps, cuts inside, pushes a pile forward, then gets driven back. I think they're going to give him forward progress out to about the 20. See where they unpile. I saw a big number 51 in there for Pella, Benjamin Griffin. 6'2", 240. Yep, he gets just across the 20, about the 20.5-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Big play of this ball game right here. 3rd and 2 for Grinnell. 2 receivers near side. Ringer in the backfield. Harsheim in the shotgun. 3rd and 2 Tigers. Harsheim takes a snap. Fakes the give. Does give it to Ringer. Gets out across the 20. He's going to be short. Guess who? Kyler Van Manen. Right there on the spot again. No gain on the play. See if Coach Haydenfeld dares goes for it here. It looks like he is. Hey, you got to win to get in the playoffs. You might as well, right?
That's right.
I can't fault him for this one. Not that it would anyway, even if he punted, but I get it. So here we go. 4th and 3 at their own 20. Tigers are going for it. Harsheim up under center. Might be going to try to draw him off here. Let's see. They got him to jump one time. Harsheim under center. Now he's going to shift back to the shotgun. Gets back up under center and going to take the delay. That time Pella did move. Last time they did that, Dan, Pella did jump and got the Tigers at first, but good discipline by the Dutch line, and they didn't move. And Tigers, I think they took a timeout.
Yep.
They did. So we'll take one as well. 9:42 left to go in the ballgame. 14-0. Pella with the lead over Grinnell. Back in 30 seconds. You're watching high school football. Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
At Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, we know that the Tigers have a game plan every time they take the field or court. And at Ramsey Weeks, we have a plan for you too. Check out our website at ramseyweeks.com to get started. You can find all your insurance needs from residential to commercial, and if it is real estate you are looking for, you are one click away in the top menu. Here you can browse our residential and commercial listings. Don't forget, let Ramsey Weeks create a game plan for your new insurance or real estate purchase. Go Tigers!
9:42 left to go in the ball game. And in the Tigers season, Tigers trail the Dutch 14-0 on our Curtis Collision Center scoreboard. 4th down and 3 for Grinnell. Tigers coming out and looks like Grinnell's going to go for it. Harsheim is up under center. 4th and 3. Harsheim takes the snap. He turns. Gives the ball off to Ringler. Ringler squirts through, and boy, it's going to be close.
Wow.
It is going to. They haven't signaled yet.
That
Boy,
line judge is like.
Line judge is spotting it, but it's left foot or right foot. And it is going to be an Edward Jones first down. Wow.
Gutsy call.
Very gutsy call. That's one of those. If he doesn't make it, everybody's asking, why did he go for it there? But when he makes it, say, oh, good call, coach. So that's coaching. But Tigers got to win the game to get in the playoffs, and everybody knows that. So that's a great call. I'd have said that even if he wouldn't have made it. 1st and 10, Grinnell. Ball thrown 23. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Harsheim back to pass. Eddie throws it out deep. Has a receiver out there. It's caught! Inside Dutch territory, inside the 45 down to the 42-yard line. That was number 2 out there. That is Kellen Harder.
Nice catch.
The
nice
speedster.
catch, young man.
And what about the pass?
About earlier.
The pass was right there on the skinny post, right down the middle. That was a nice route because Tigers ran another guy on the outside that cut outside, drew the safety over, so it was one-on-one coverage.
That's another Tiger first down, Chris.
Yes, and Edward Jones first down. And
I don't know if that's the
much
first time
needed.
we've been on this side of the field.
This half it has been. So 2 receivers left. 1 receiver right. Shotgun snap, Ringler in the backfield. Harsheim gives it, fakes the ball to Ringler, throws a pass on the slant. It's jumped up and caught by Grinnell.
Jake Van Compernol.
Van Compernol climbs the ladder.
For another
Gets
Tiger.
down inside the 30. Another Edward Jones first down.
Nice catch there, Jake. Nice to see him back.
So ball down to the 29-yard line. Tigers suddenly stringing together a couple of first downs here. 8:24 left to go here in the ballgame. Tigers trailed Pella 14-0. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Harsheim in the shotgun.
Wildcat.
No, it's Ringler. You're right. In the Wildcat by himself. He turns, gives the ball to Kapanzu. Then gives it back to Harder on the double end around, and Harder tries to get the edge and just can't do it. He gets past that one, Dan. He's gone.
Yeah, and that's about the same play that they did against Marion to get the touchdown. So this guy, nice to see it pop up. Called it a little bit earlier, but
no gain on the play, brings up 2nd down and 10 for Grinnell. A double handoff. Harder with a great speed. Couldn't quite get away from the Dutch defender. And now it's 2nd down and 10, Grinnell. 2 receivers near side, 2 receivers right. Now receivers shift. Ringler comes back in the backfield. Harsheim in the shotgun. Pella showing blitz. Ringler fakes the give. Now a pass is behind the intended receiver, trying to get it out there to Harder.
Nice look on that quick slant right across there.
And that play action drew number 7 up there to the line, Van Manen, but just couldn't make the connection. Now it's 3rd down and 10. It's obvious 2-down territory for Grinnell here at this point. Should the Tigers not get it here.
It would be nice to get one on the board here.
You want to at least get part of it there to make it a more manageable 4th down, or heck, let's just get it right here. 3rd and 10, Grinnell. 3 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the top. Ringer in the backfield. 3rd and 10, Grinnell. Harsign back to pass, looking left. Now he's being pressured. He's going to spin around. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Just good coverage downfield. Eddie had nowhere to go. Number 53 was in there. Trace Hopkins, also number 55, Aiden Halverson. Lost on a play back across the 30 to the 32-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down for Grinnell. They got to get down to the, looks like the 19-yard line. The ball is at the 37. So that's 18 yards. So 4th and 18 for Grinnell. And this is pretty much the game right here. Tigers got to convert on this. 6:45 and counting up to go here. Okay, play clock down to 4, down to 3. Tigers get the snap off. Fake to give to Ringler. Harsign being pressured, and he's going to go down. Good play that time by number 26. That is Nate Warner. Nate Warner came in on the end there, and Harsign just could do nothing, and now we have whistles.
Yeah, I don't like to see that. That's Will Slagle.
That's Will Slagle and grabbing that foot
and
ankle.
Grabbing his leg.
Big Will down again. So Pella takes over.
Oh, we take timeout.
Pending this look. We're going to take a break. We'll take a 30-second break here, and we will say you're watching Tiger Football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Back in 30 seconds.
Now is the perfect time to start your new shop house or post-frame building construction project. Lumber prices are dropping to historic lows, and Proline Building Company is excited to pass those savings directly to our customers. We are offering special discounts on all new projects. Our construction calendar has immediate openings, so you can take advantage of today's low material cost without delay. Ready to get started? Visit us at www.iowadreambuilder.com, and let's get started today.
Back here at TT Crandon Field, Will Slagle is up on his feet now. Hasn't moved yet. Training staff for Grinnell, and I saw the trainer for Pella come out there as well. Big Will trying to put weight on both feet. His right leg, he's kind of flexing it there, and he's not really putting much weight on that right leg. So a couple of other linemen come out to take the load off, because that's a big player to be carrying off. Will's 6'5", right about 300 pounds. And, man, you just hate to see that for anybody.
Yeah, pretty ginger on that right. I don't think it's his foot. It's higher up on his ankle. Kelly Rose, the trainer, was up a little bit higher up on his calf. So whether he just got a twist on it, it's hard to say.
So we're going to have to wait till they get Will completely off the field of play. It will be Pella ball, 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Now the clock definitely, Grinnell's playing not only against the Dutch, but now against the clock. 6:31 left to go here in the ball game. 14-0, Pella with the lead on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. So 2 receivers to the right. Single back in the backfield is Deers. Manning in the shotgun. Takes the snap, turns, gives the ball to Deers. Try to get around on the right side. Deers gets out to the edge. He is met and bumped out of bounds. And there's a flag here right in front. And I think that's going to be depending on Grinnell. Another Tigers involved there late. And you just hate to see a good ball game like this marred by these flags like that. Dan, I know it's an emotional game, but as you said, you just have to keep that in check, because this will be 15 yards against somebody. Looking like it might be against Grinnell the way they were talking here. Dead ball, personal foul. Yep, that's a personal foul against Grinnell, so that's a 15-yard penalty. That moves the ball down into Tiger territory all the way down to the 37-yard line, 36-yard line. So 1st and 10 Pella at the Tiger 36. Manning in the shotgun snap. Deers right by him. Manning fakes the pass, throws it out in the flat. Here is caught. Tackled immediately. Pass caught that time by number 5. That is Ty Van Villett. Tackled immediately by number 17. That is Brooks Vosberg for Grinnell. Pick up a 6, brings up 2nd down and 4. Ball down at the 32-yard line. So pick up a 4, rather. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for Pella. Clock moving. 5:55 left to go here in the ball game. Pella leads Grinnell 14-0. Manning in the shotgun. 2 receivers right. Single back in the backfield is number 23, Riker Branderhorst. Now Branderhorst goes in motion. Manning in the shotgun. Back to pass. Manning under pressure. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Getting there first was number 44 for Grinnell, Brian Innes. And then finishing him off, I think, was number 30. Yeah, number 30 for Grinnell. Finished him off. That is Keaton Iverson.
Innes was like almost surprised that he walked right through there.
Yeah,
it almost stopped and slowed down. They didn't even finish out the sack.
He was untouched, no doubt. So good move that time. Lost on the play back to the Grinnell 41-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 15. Two receivers to the right. Single receiver to the top of your screen. Manning in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Gives the ball off to his back, and he breaks through the second contact. Down inside to the 35, down about the 32, where he's met and dropped down by Jack Gallagher.
Yeah, number 23, Riker Brandenhorst on the carry.
Brandenhorst ran hard, and he cut back, Dan, right at the point of attack and accelerated through that hole, and Gallagher made a nice tackle to hold him to that. Well, picked up about 11 yards or so he's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 now for Pella, and they're going to go for it. Manning back in shotgun. He gives the ball off to his tailback again. He's going to be stopped short. And that was number 23 again, Branderhorst.
Brought down by Drake Gochner.
So Tigers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Grinnell does have 2 timeouts, but they have got to get busy here. And that means passing, and also Pella knows that. So we'll see what Coach Ben Baller dials up here for the Dutch defense. So 1st and 10 Grinnell. Ball down through the 28-yard line. 4:15 left to go here in the ballgame. 2 receivers to the near side. Single receiver to the top. Ringler in the backfield. Harsheim gives the ball to Ringler. Tries to go around the right side. Ringler is caught and brought down. Great play that time by number 55. That is Aiden Halverson. Tigers going hurry up here. 3 receivers left. Vosberg goes over the far side. 2nd and 9. Harsheim back to pass, being pressured, rolling out. He throws the ball up, out, and away over everybody. And incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 9 for Grinnell. Clock does stop on the incomplete pass, so Tigers can save a timeout there. Obviously 4 down territory for Grinnell here, should they not make it. So 3rd and 9 now for Grinnell. 2 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the top. Harsheim in the shotgun. Ringler by his side. Harsheim looking back to pass. He's trying to sprint out. He is wrapped up, tries to break loose, and gets out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Going to be about 4 yards short.
Brought down by number 55, Aiden Halverson.
So 4th down and 5 for Grinnell. This is your ball game. 3:22 and counting. 3 receivers on the near side. Single receiver to the top. Harsheim in the shotgun. Has Ringler by his side. Pella showing pressure. Going to blitz. Harsheim back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Harsheim gets it out. It is caught. And he's going to get the 1st down. I don't think so. They're going to mark him out. I can't see where the spot is. It looks like about the 36 or 7-yard line. And they're going to be short, marked short, I think. And they are short of the 1st down. So catch is made out there by number 84, Keegan Hobbs, but Tigers are short. Pella Dutch defense does a job. And it is going to be 1st and 10 Dutch at the Tiger 37-yard line. Again, stick around for our Tiger Sports Livestream Network postgame. We will have Coach Adam Haydenfeld up here. Talk about this game and the season. And Pella now in tight formation, 1st and 10 Dutch. Manning in the shotgun. Turns, gives the ball off to his back. That's number 23. Pushes the pile around. Branderhorst, and finally inside the 30 down about the 28-yard line. Goes Branderhorst, so nice gain there on 1st down. Picked up about 8 yards.
Ines and Tyler Costeau.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 2. Clock continuing to move. 2:35 left to go here in the ball game. Grinnell trails Pella 14-0 on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. So 2nd down and 2 for Pella. Manning in the shotgun. Takes the snap, gives it off to his tailback again. That is Branderhorst, and now we get a flag here at the end. Another flag. Gallagher in there involved with number 5 from Pella. That's Ty Van Villa. Let's see what the referee calls. It's right in front of the referee. So it's see what they're going to do. Personal foul. Face mask against Grinnell. And then we got a dead ball personal foul against Grinnell again. So that's 2 15-yard penalties. One during the game was a face mask and then one on a dead ball. So those are both enforceable. It's going to be half the distance to the goal is what it's going to end up doing. Well, they mark the one 15-yarder off, then they'll go half the distance to the goal. And Coach Adam Haydenfeld cannot be happy with this turn of events here. That's got to be the 6th personal foul penalty against Grinnell in this half alone. So that's going to move the ball all the way down inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. Oh, my goodness. So we had a face mask penalty during the live ball, and then out in the dead ball, we had a personal foul both against Grinnell. So now the Dutch are down there. Clock is going to move here with 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Pella lines up. 1st and goal at the 9. Manning takes a snap. He turns, gives the ball to Branderhorst. Branderhorst from the left side. He cuts through and gets in the end zone. No, he's short. I thought for just a moment he snuck through there, but they're going to mark him just shy of the goal line. About the 1-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down and goal at the 1. 1:30 left to go here in the ball game. See what Coach Ballard does here. If he takes a knee or if he's going to punch it in. 2nd and 1. That's let the clock run down. I think they're going to just let it run down and take a timeout. Probably going to talk about it here. As the play clock's down to 4 and Pella hasn't even broke their huddle yet. So timeout taken by Pella. 1:04 left to go in the ball game. 14-0 Pella with the lead. We'll take this 30-second break and come back. You're watching Tiger Football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Back in 30 seconds.
Now is the perfect time to start your new shop house or post frame building construction project. Lumber prices are dropping to historic lows, and Proline Building Company is excited to pass those savings directly to our customers. We are offering special discounts on all new projects. Our construction calendar has immediate openings, so you can take advantage of today's low material cost without delay. Ready to get started? Visit us at www.iowadreambuilder.com and let's get started today.
So back here at TT Craney Field, 2nd down and goal, Pella from the 1. Pella called timeout there. Again, we'll have Coach Adam Haydenfeld on our Tiger Sports Livestream Network post game. So Pella's going to end up 2nd place in the district. You get the automatic bid, and they will await their fate tomorrow. Tigers, for all intents and purposes, their season is over. I've heard different people say there's an outside chance Grinnell can get it if things fall the way, but it looks like Pella's just going to take a knee. And
good sportsmanship
that
there.
Is very good sportsmanship there. Heard a couple of groans from the Pella fans, but this one's over. So one more knee And that will wrap it up. And Dan, once we get done with this broadcast, that's going to put a conclusion on our fall sports broadcast with the volleyball last night and the football tonight. And our next broadcast will be December 5th for Tiger basketball. So we get 5 weeks off. What are you going to do?
Oh, you know me. I'll be preparing for basketball.
That's right.
There's a lot of graphics to be done, a lot of scheduling to be done, and it's a great time of the year to take a little time off. But
so there it is. Pella takes the knee. Nice gesture by them, and that is the ball game. Pella wins the ball game, 14-0 over Grinnell. Tigers finish the season 4-5 overall, 3-2 in the district. Pella moves to 8-1 overall and 4-1 in the district. They get second place behind Newton. They will be in the playoffs, which will be announced tomorrow. Tigers, again, for all intents and purposes, their season is over. That's the ball game, 14-0. Pella defeats Grinnell. We'll take this 3-minute break and come back. Hopefully we'll have Coach Adam Haydenfield on. You're watching Grinnell Tiger football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Back in 3 minutes.
It's more than just a game, it's a tradition, a community. Every Friday night tradition deserves a homemade favorite, Pollyeyes Pizza. Stop in on 5th Ave in downtown Grinnell or order online at pollyeyesgrinnellia.com. Go Tigers!
With rising premium costs, you might be tempted to pull back on how much insurance you carry. But it's still important to have robust coverage from a company you can rely on in case disaster strikes. We believe in neighbors helping neighbors. We've been a trusted source for quality insurance since 1909. We offer both personal and business insurance products, and we can help protect what you value most. You can trust in tomorrow with Grinnell Mutual. For more information, visit grinnellmutual.com.
At Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, we know that the Tigers have a game plan every time they take the field or court. And at Ramsey Weeks, we have a plan for you too. Check out our website at ramseyweeks.com to get started. You can find all your insurance needs from residential to commercial, and if it is real estate you are looking for, you are one click away in the top menu. Here you can browse our residential and commercial listings. Don't forget, let Ramsey Weeks create a game plan for your new insurance or real estate purchase. Go Tigers!
Now is the perfect time to start your new shop house or post frame building construction project. Lumber prices are dropping to historic lows, and Proline Building Company is excited to pass those savings directly to our customers. We are offering special discounts on all new projects. Our construction calendar has immediate openings so you can take advantage of today's low material cost without delay. Ready to get started? Visit us at www.iowadreambuilder.com and let's get started today.
Weldon Drywall is your local drywall professional, serving a 70-mile perimeter around Iowa City. They provide services to commercial builders, general contractors, and residential homeowners. Projects can include commercial build-outs, new construction for multi-family and residential homes, to remodeling projects such as your new addition to basement drywall projects, even down to the simplest 2x2 patch in your wall. Weldon Drywall is here for you. Check out our website at weldon-drywall.com and fill out our contact form for your free estimate today.
Hey Tiger fans, I'm Pastor Phil inviting you to try church at Prairie Lakes, where you'll hear that God loves you no matter what. Parents, your kids are going to love learning about God in our safe and fun children's environments, so no matter where you're at with what you believe, you can look for God at Prairie Lakes Church. Go Tigers, and I hope to see you soon.
Back here at TT Craney Field, Tigers season, we're fairly certain, has come to an end as they lose to Pella 14-0. Good ball game, first half. And Dan, you know, we were talking during the break, and again, we understand. You know, you've coached football, I've coached basketball. We understand sports is emotional. That's part of the game. You have to have that, but you have to channel properly. And the referees, like they did, like I said earlier. In basketball, they come up to the players and coaches and say, Coach, you calm them down or I'm going to start giving people technicals. The officials threw 2 offsetting penalties on both sides saying, fellas, clean it up. And then Grinnell had the big gain, and then somebody just lost their composure for a moment, and they flagged Grinnell at 15, and that was it.
Yeah, it is. And it's unfortunate because, Grinnell had the opportunity to, in both times when they were coming back on the first half, it took them all the way back to the 5-yard line. And again, you just have to compose yourself. And, everyone will have different ways that they do things. And we just lost our mic right out the window. Did we lose? Yep, the little red fuzzy ball on top too. That's all right. We can pick that up later. But knowing how to, get that composure and still be a competitive player in the end, that's the hard part to do. But, you learn, lessons learned, and hopefully the juniors and sophomores that are out there, they figured it out and said, hey, we're not going to do it again. We just give up basically great opportunities that we could have had during the ball game.
So we're waiting for Coach Haydenfeld. He's addressing the team right now, and coming from our Tiger Sports Life Network post game. And we'll take a moment here to talk about, we are on social media. We are on YouTube. You just go to YouTube, and you can type in the search bar Tiger Sports Live Stream Network, and you'll come to our homepage. And if you do that, we would appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button, because then you'll be given a notification every time the Tigers. We are on the air with the Tiger Sports broadcast, and we're also on social media, on X, Facebook, and Instagram. And then our watermark there, you see in the lower left-hand corner. Just add the .com to that, and you can go there and check out our schedule for our sports coming up, and also our archive footage of all of our games we have done right here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Yeah, and Chris, I just want to give a big shout out to all of our the Tiger fans that have followed us near and far and away. When I go back and I do after it sets for 4 days, I can actually go back and see, and we have people. Literally, it's all over the world that are watching these games, and that's a testimony to what we're doing this for. Our sponsors help provide the savings that you don't have to be here in person, and literally it is amazing to see where people are watching from, grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, and even just alumni out there. So I just want to say thank you for everyone who's joining in. And whether it doesn't matter what sport we're playing, we seem to always have a good following of the people from the outside. Again, we always say the first thing you should do is come put your seat, fill these seats in the stands. And this year for football and volleyball both, I could say that the stands have been full. It's been quite impressive. So thank you to all of them that come both directions, either watching online or listening online, joining us with the football coverage as KGRN. So thank you to have those listeners on there that are local. Back to what you've always done for many years in the city of Grinnell is turned on KGRN. We came along 7 years ago and started to put a video aspect with that. So, again, thank you for those folks that are listening that want to have both sides of the aspect out there.
And, I'm just amazed, too, Dan, when you think about it, when you're calling these games, you get lost and not lost, you get caught up in calling the game and focusing on that, and then you go back and look later, and we had people listening in Thailand, in Australia, just all around the world, as you said. So it's just amazing. And, again, we are so thankful for your support, for watching and listening to when we do radio style, and, of course, to our sponsors, which we've mentioned a lot, for helping us do what we do. And we are still waiting for Coach Haydenfeld. He's just now finishing up addressing the team. So we'll take a – want to go 2 minutes?
Yep, let's go 2 minutes.
We'll take a 2-minute break as Coach Haydenfeld is addressing the team still. We'll come back with his post-game interview. You're watching Tiger Football, the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network, back in 2 minutes.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We are your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics.
Mayflower Community is currently hiring nursing staff. If you are passionate about healthcare and the well-being of older adults, Mayflower Community wants you. Employees enjoy a daily meal, coffee cappuccino and lotus drinks, fitness center, and a family-oriented work culture that is flexible with your needs. You will find competitive pay and benefits. Mayflower Community, a place to call home and a great place to work. For more information, visit our website at mayflowerhomes.com or call 641-236-6151.
Tired of bad internet and bad service? Switch to MCG and experience the benefits of better internet. We employ a local team that answers the phone when you call. We provide same-day support and symmetrical upload and download. We offer benefits like free install, free router, and no introductory pricing. We offer internet that works when you need it. No data caps, no fine print, and absolutely no hidden fees. Sign up with MCG today and experience the benefits of better internet service.
The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for dairy.
Back here at TT Cranny Field, and we are the folks in the camera on the field. Those are the seniors. They all joined hands, went down to the goal line at the far end, the far west end. Now they're walking the 100 yards down at TT Cranny to join their teammates. And pretty cool scene right there. You know, Dan, as you said, all sports, you put so much work into it. You work all over the summer. You started back in August with 2-a-days, and excuse me, you had a camp. You had a camp going on, and now here on a pretty typical fall October day, your season is over, and you realize now that you've put on the Tiger football uniform for the last time. It's quite a moment for young men.
It is, you know, and it's been 30 years since I've made that journey, but it's always emotional. You know, it starts whether you're a sophomore or a junior, watching the seniors go in and out, and you know that's your goal the following years to say I want to take that spot. So again, it's always one of those touching moments that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. And you know, I'm glad that Grinnell has these moments where they capture. And you know, Jace Coster's down there, has some pretty good pictures of him walking across, and it's a memory that they're never going to forget. So shout out to them and this Tiger football team. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Had a good season, and you know, started with some downs in the beginning, but definitely a district football comeback to have a pretty good night of football.
So we're waiting for Coach Adam Haydenfeld to make his way up here, and as you said, this is going to wrap up our fall broadcast season. But the Tigers are certainly alive and well in other sports. In the post, let's stop a minute and give a shout-out to the cross-country team. The girls' cross-country team, 4 of the 5 runners would have made it individually, but the Tigers made it as a team. I'm sorry, the boys. My apologies, the boys. The boys made it as a team, and then one of the Tiger girl runners made it to the cross-country meet, which I believe is next Wednesday in Fort Dodge.
Yeah, Kylie Zelstra,
yes.
I believe. Yep.
Thank you for that. Yep. And so shout out to them. Then swimming and diving doing well.
Swimming's done really well. I didn't catch all the results, so they had a big thing at the Grinnell Natatorium yesterday. Actually, it was during the day. It started at 11 o'clock and went till 5:30 at night. I did not catch any of the results of that, but you know, we've had some great coverage. You know, we talked about covering volleyball, but we covered 4 swimming meets for the girls this year, and it works out in our schedule. So basketball schedule, there's a total of 22 basketball games or 22 nights, and we'll be able to cover all those home and away. There may be a couple away games that we're not going to catch just because of the distance, and it's during the week of West Delaware. However, West Delaware does have a pretty good stream, and they have a pretty good radio station that covers that. So we'll share that out at the end of the season when that comes. But I was able to catch one night of boys swimming, so we'll be able to tie that in. It's one night we don't have something going on, so we'll be able to catch that. And then we'll be 2 or 3 wrestling meets. How that shakes out. I had some conflicts on Saturday, so we're only going to have one Saturday wrestling tournament. The first one, I have a conflict in my schedule, and to run a wrestling meet, it's absolutely incredible for those that ever watched them. We usually have 6 cameras going, and it's setting stuff up on bringing in IA wrestle to get all the scoring and everything to put into place. So it's one of those, it's hard just to hand over and say, hey, Chris, you want to come and do a wrestling meet? It doesn't work that way. So if I can't be there, it puts it in a tough position. But we're still going to get, like I said, 2 or 3 of those meets in. And, it's kind of crazy. It's like volleyball. I just don't always understand of how we only can have 4 volleyball matches a year.
Been that way for years.
The
home schedule works out that way.
But you look at their schedule and they play 23 different times. It's just kind of odd. And next year, unfortunately, we'll fall back and we'll only have a 4-game home schedule for the football. So we bounce back and forth. And
so keep your eye on our website. Again, our watermark there in the lower left-hand corner. Just add the .com to that. Go to our website, and we will be uploading the basketball, girls and boys basketball, and wrestling schedule, or our winter sports schedule coming up. And again, that'll start on December 5th with a girl-boy doubleheader. The Tigers, I believe, they're hosting Mount Vernon that night.
And noticeably, we could see as we're looking around here, you're probably saying on the camera, why is Pella still here? And this is their senior night too. It's a away game, so I think both teams have a lot of community that goes on within their parents, within their team, and within the school, and that's always one thing that's kind of unique to see.
So Coach Adam Haydenfeld, he's making his way up here, and we will have him on the postgame here in just a moment. Thanks to him for taking time out to come up, especially after these last ball games. It's always tough, but we appreciate Coach's time as he makes his way up here. And we'll get him all set up here, get the mic adjusted, and get him unmuted, and there you are. And Coach, it's never easy, saying goodbye to seniors, but we'll talk about the game first. Dan and I were talking, with the offenses coming in, we thought there'd be some explosive offense, but literally the first half was all about the defense. Your kids made the stops they need to, and Pella's defense came to play as well. It's a good ball game that first half.
Yeah, I'm just really proud of our guys and their effort. We really challenged them this week of, like, our big theme for the week, right? Surrender the outcome, right? Just be all about our prep, be about us, and being prepared to go and compete at a championship level all night, because we knew that that's what it was going to happen, or going to have to take. Our defense played their tails off all night long. It's a really good football team on both sides of the ball in the special teams, and we went toe to toe with them. I mean, our guys were flying around all night making plays. And did everything we asked them to do defensively, and it was an outstanding effort. And offensively, we took our shots too. Credit to Pella. They've done that to teams all year long, right? They're a really good defensive unit. That's been one of their hallmarks for a long, long time. And they lived up to it on their end tonight, and we just weren't able to. We just weren't able enough to get anything on the scoreboard, and credit to them. But super proud of our guys and their effort all night long.
I've got to ask you, Connor Vandermont, their linebacker, number 7, he must have had 20 tackles. I know you knew about him coming in, but it looked like he was a spy on Josh Renner, because every time Josh got the ball, number 7 was right there in the area. Did you see that, or was it just a good play by them?
That's just their scheme, right? Like they have guys in place, and they're all big and fast and physical. They can run. They're a good defensive unit. I mean, that's their guys in the middle, 7 and 26 all year long. Have made plays for them, and they're really good up front. And 5 and 11 off the edges, they do a nice job of squeezing fits back to the middle, and they're just a good, solid unit. And we knew we had our work cut out for us coming in, and we're going to go on our best. We like our guys too, right? And we weren't going to shy away from that. And credit to them, they played a little cleaner on defense than we did on offense, and hats off to them. And we got a while before we can step back out on the field now.
Yep. So go to that second half. We start off with the ball. We had things going. I thought a big play was they had a couple of offsetting penalties, and then we had a big game, but then a personal foul, dead ball. And I know football's emotional, but that really seemed to kind of squash momentum. And you had some gain. You were down inside Pella territory, down about the 40, and then it gets called back. And that's just tough to recover from. But, I mean, again, your kids' effort all night was there, but just, like you said, a couple of mental lapses there in the second half seemed to hurt the guys a bit.
Yeah, we talk a lot about, like, it's about us, right? We got to control our effort. We got to control what we do, and we're focused on us. And I think, it's a fine line sometimes where we ask guys to play so hard, right? And we play with so much emotion and energy, and sometimes it gets away from us a little bit, and it's hard to get dialed back in. And I think there were a couple times there where maybe we lost control of that idea of being focused on us and started worrying about flag here, flag there. I thought, to our guys' credit, though, I thought they really, really rallied after that, about midway through the third quarter, and there was a time here, a time there after that, but our guys, I thought they just competed their tails off all night, and I'm super proud of the way our group competed.
Well, Coach, one thing, we came back from break and we saw your seniors doing the 100-yard walk down there to the team, and as I said off air, this starts way back in the weight room in the spring, and then camps in the summer, 7-on-7, and then you start in August, and now here it is at the end. But what can you talk about the impact of not only the seniors but just this team this year? And how when you going into the season, you have goals and ideas what you want to do. Now that it's over, have you had time to reflect on what those seniors are going to mean and what the team did this year?
Well, I think the reflection will come over the next several days when we've got no practice to go to or nothing to do, right? But up to now, we've been prepping for, let's go do what we need to do to go earn a 10th game. But this group of senior guys, they were freshmen when I first got here, right? So I had them 4 years through, and it's asking a lot to come in as a new person and for them to put their trust in us for the last 4 years, and they've been outstanding for the program. And we're making the jump from 3A to 4A this year. I couldn't. Everybody seemed like everybody talking, oh my gosh, we're up in 4A. What are we going to do? What are we going to this, that? Well, we're going to play football, right? And this group never asked that. It was, okay, there's a schedule. Let's go work. Let's go compete, and let's go play. And it starts with guys that have played a lot over the last couple of years. You got a Jack Gallagher who's been all over the place for us since he was a sophomore. Tyler Kostow, Jared Wickwire up front that have played a ton on the offensive line. Jacob Burnett is a multi-year starter for us up front. Like, we got a lot of guys back that have played a lot up front. You had Kellen Harder out wide, Jake Van Compernal, who'd done some really nice things, in the secondary and as receivers. And you had guys that had been waiting behind the wings. Brian Innes comes out and has an outstanding senior year and ends up being a huge contributor on both sides of the ball. Kids like a Keaton Iverson who just kept, like, every day for 4 years, showed up and just worked his tail off and really, grew into a really physical presence, a guy that we felt like we couldn't afford to take off the field, right? Like a Trent Scheck who, is really explosive and really athletic and, gets off to a great start. And unfortunately, he goes down week 2 with an injury that he just couldn't get back from, and just like he gave it all he had. He just showed up and still worked every day, still a part of things. There's guys all up and down the roster with that senior group. We have a Keegan Hobbs who played some really important roles for us. But then, guys that maybe didn't get a chance to see their names out called between the lines. Riley Gallion. Showing up and working his tail off on the practice squad. Sean Kibbe is another kid who just showed up and worked every day, right? And worked to the point where we got to create some offensive packages for him to get in there and show what he's able to do, and just a really good, hard-working group of guys that have given a lot to the program. And the guys obviously we're going to miss, and they leave some pretty big holes to fill, and we'll go to work on filling them. But, they've done a lot for us for the last 4 years, and can't thank that group enough for the things they've given to us.
All right, well, Coach, again, thank you so much for your time coming up here after every game, win or lose, home and on the road. We appreciate that. And, congratulations on a great season. Good, tough, hard-fought game. The guys left it on the field. And, again, congratulations and thank you for your time, and good luck going forward.
No, appreciate it, guys. Thank you for all your coverage and going with us on the road and everything at home. It's an awesome setup you guys have, and we appreciate the coverage and we appreciate the support. Stands full, home and away all year long. There's a lot of people, a lot of pride in Tiger football around here, and we appreciate the support.
All right, that's head coach Adam Haydenfeld on our Tiger Sports live stream postgame. As always, appreciate his time and comments. And that will do it for our broadcast here. For Dan Walker, Low Walker, I'm Chris Juni saying good night on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. We will see you here in about 5 weeks for basketball. You're watching Tiger football on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.